4th down and 6. Olbridge, gotta have it. Shotgun formation. Nugent, a lot of time. Rolls out. He's running out of space. Will roll the other way. They look, corner of the end zone. Touchdown!
Rowan heading for the touchpad with the lead. And the props will take the men's 400-yard freestyle relay.
Andrews will be in shotgun. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He'll throw it down the left sideline. He's got a wide open receiver. He's got the touchdown.
Motion man is Simmons. Trotman throwing towards Simmons down the field, and he makes the catch in traffic for a Bearcats touchdown.
Back to pass, middle of the field. The catch is made by Britt. She's off to the races at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Britt is in for the score.
Back on in, here's Yoxin. Yoxin to the back, trying to go to the front. Makes the move and shot, and he scores!
And Racy comes set and delivers. And that's it on the ground to second. Throw to first, in time, and the ball game is over. South Shore survives a late scare, and they are the 2024 New York State Little League Baseball champions.
Live from Edison Jets Complex in Edison, New Jersey, PDF Sports Network is proud to welcome you into coverage of Jersey Sharks 2025 football, and this, an MLF playoff semifinal between the 8-0 undefeated and top-seeded Jersey Sharks taking on the 4-5 Montgomery County Titans. Good evening, everyone. My name is David Pizzuto alongside Cameron Williams, and today, round 3 between the Sharks and the Titans. Cam, the Sharks come in undefeated, but like you and I always like to say, in the playoffs, everybody comes in undefeated. Only one team will remain that way. Both of these teams looking to punch their ticket to the MLF championship next week.
That's right, Dave. Like you said, you couldn't have said it any better. Everyone entering playoffs is 0-0. It does not matter, but I will say these are some good teams here. Obviously, the Jersey Sharks have put on an incredible historic season, but not to mention the Moco Titans have done just about the same in a similar sense. They've had a little worse of a year, if that's how you look at it, but now they're in the semifinals, Dave, and it's anyone's game here tonight.
Right, and in order to get here into the semifinals, the Titans had to defeat another Jersey team, the New Jersey Eagles. They did that last week by a score of 12-0. A lot of people were not expecting that result, and were expecting an all-Jersey semifinal showdown, but instead, the Mo County Titans upset the Eagles. So here is the bracket that we have. Now, the Titans technically were the number 5 seed, but because they won that 4-5 game, they advance as the representative of the 4. And, of course, you see on the other side, the Mustangs and the Spartans are doing battle in the other semifinal game. We have this one. The winner punches their ticket to the MLF championship, and it would be the first for the Sharks. And that's got to feel good coming out of an 8-0 season, Cam, to be right here on your home field with the chance to punch your ticket.
100%. Like you said, first time going into the possible championship. Tonight is their opportunity, and this has probably been their best season yet. They have been absolutely incredibly powerful throughout the whole season. If you take a look at these scores, Dave, look at the scores. 310 total points scored on offense for them this year. That is more than double than any other team in the entire league at all. It's absurd, and we haven't seen it done like this. The offense is just incredible this year, Dave, and this is their best chance to win. And they got a good opportunity here tonight, Dave.
Yeah, and 2 of their closer games, you could see them highlighted, were against this Moco Titans team. A 1-score effort technically back on October 4th when they had to travel down south. 22-14 was the score here. And then these 2 teams met a couple of weeks ago right here in New Jersey. And the Titans came up short by 2 scores this time, 16-0. So the Jersey Sharks are 2 for 2. But, Cam, we say it all the time, so hard to beat a team 3 times in a single season.
Yeah, but I'm glad you mentioned it again. Their 2 closest games of the year were versus these Titans, and now you added to the fact about it's playoffs and it's the semifinals, and the win here gets you to the championship. It's a whole new ball game, and both these teams, regardless of record, regardless of how many points they've scored or let up, it does not matter. It's whoever has the momentum going in each quarter and eventually in the last quarter. If you have the momentum, you're going to win the game, Dave.
Yeah, and if you look at the Moco Titans schedule this season, you look at the games against the Eagles, they won a game against them. They lost 8-6 the last time, but when it counts in the playoffs, they were able to take, I said it was 12-0. It was actually 12-9 last week's game. So anything can happen in the playoffs. We know that for a fact. And so basically anything goes here in this MLF semifinal game. So what Cam and I are going to do is step aside, take a break. When we come back, we're going to go field side and talk to head coach Lou Moa, and we'll also have a Jersey Sharks player joining us as well. So stay with us. You are watching pregame coverage here of the Jersey Sharks. We'll be right back after this message.
Luzio Chromotherapy lighting is a groundbreaking innovation from Bain Ultra. In the past, the lights were mounted on the surface of the bathtub. That is all history. Bain Ultra, as usual, came through and introduced LED lighting built into the walls of the bathtub. So when they are not in use, they're invisible. Once you activate or turn on, they shine through and they're translucent through the acrylic shell to give you that wonderful LED experience.
Life can be beautiful. It can be full of moments of joy and happiness. But sometimes those moments can be interrupted by an accident over which we have no control. Although we can't control everything in life, we can't control your choice of an attorney if you or a family member has been injured. We will listen to you. We will fight hard for you. We will do our best to get the best possible recovery. Let Lombardi Law fight for you.
Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's comfort provider since 1987. With over 100 factory-trained service and installation personnel and a fleet of over 100 vehicles, we are able to service our customers faster and more effectively than our competitors. Our team of customer care professionals are always on call for an in-home consultation. If you and your family are in need of an installation or service completed by expert technicians, done professionally and efficiently, you need Edison Heating and Cooling. It's what we do.
All right, welcome back here to pregame between the Jersey Sharks and the Moco Titans. It looks like both teams are about to take the field. We were going to go to some pregame remarks from our teams, but instead, I think we're going to go straight into our kickoff. We had a quick pregame here. We expected it to go a little bit longer. But we are getting set to go here. We just received our rosters from Moco. Thank you so much, Cam.
Yep.
And we are just about ready to bring this one to you. The Jersey Sharks are going to be receiving the ball first.
It'll be a good one. It'll be a fun one. And, you know, a tough one.
Yeah.
All the factors in this game. It is a cold winter. We're getting to winter. Fall. We're
it's a
still
nice fall day. Yep.
But that breeze is definitely hitting. We were down there doing the interviews earlier, I heard a couple guys, kind of chattering about the cold. They're like, I didn't know if we're going to get hit with the breeze. But the breeze could be a factor, Dave.
It could. It absolutely
You never know
could.
with those stone hands. It starts to get cold. If you're laying around and you're kind of like A.J. Brown, you're not getting the ball a little bit, and then the ball finally comes to you, you might drop it. So we'll see tonight, though.
And it will be the Titans to kick off first here. And they will have to play defense against a Sharks team that head coach Lou Moa felt they could score against this Titans team. Unfortunately, we won't get to those, but we'll get to those at halftime, those remarks as well, and try to squeeze them in for you. But we had a devil of a time getting a roster for the Titans. We got one just in time. Of course, we're going to have to do our job of – I'm going to have to depend on you a lot, Cam.
Yeah.
Because your penmanship I really can't read
Yeah,
too well,
I will,
but that's all right.
I will admit my penmanship is not the greatest, but it was a little under the gun. That didn't make it any
Absolutely.
better.
A hopper that ends up at about the 20-yard line and taken by Fisher across to the 30. Makes a move at the 40 and now wants to go right to left. Another move, dancing and spinning. Tries to get held up, passing the 50-yard line, and it takes a bundle of Titans to take him down.
And Fisher just opening up this game incredibly. Gets his team past the 50-yard line on the opening kickoff, battling his way through the defense, his linemen, his people in front of him, just pushing him forward as far as possible. Absolutely. What a start for the Sharks.
Absolutely. And we are going to get our look here at the starting offense for this Sharks team. You could see Smith and Jones Jr., Fisher, Butler, Saru, and Hemingway all at wide receiver. So something we should take a look at. And then to round it out with the linemen, you got Willis, Green, Norman, Bowles, and Mason. And, of course, Raheem Wilson is our offensive coordinator. Potent Sharks offense coming at you.
They have been immaculate all season, and like the coach said, I know we didn't do the pregame interview, but he said he believes in his offense.
Absolutely, and Tariq Smith is a big reason why. He's going to pitch it, and Jones has a devil of a time trying to get it under control, but instead is able to plow forward, and that's going to be close to a first down. He might be just short.
Yeah, very close. Bobbled it right off the start from the little throw from the quarterback there, but he finds his way, corrals the ball, and gets about 10 yards. We'll see if he gets it first. Looks like he might be just short.
Yeah, we're going to have another look at it in just a moment, and we could see the exchange there wasn't the most fluid. I'm actually having a tough time getting this one going. We'll get to it right after this play. 2nd down and 1. Tariq Smith. Now we have whistles here, and a flag will come down.
Little movement, I guess I didn't see on who. It looks like it's on the Sharks.
So 2nd and 1 goes to 2nd down and 6. It'll give us a chance to backtrack and take a look at that last play. And you could see the bobble on the exchange, and you wonder what Jones might have been able to do with this if he fields this clean. But look, there are 3 red jerseys there, Cam. They failed to bring him down.
Yeah, fumbled it a little bit in his hands, juggled it around, but he corralled himself and he got his way through to a near first down, which is now backed up 5 yards because of a false start, which you don't want to do this early in the game, but it'll be up to Tariq Smith to figure it out here.
2nd and 6. And there's another fumbled exchange, and that time Smith has to just fall on it. A loss of 2 yards on the play. And that's a couple of tough plays right there. After a 9-yard gain on first down, you get tripped up twice via the exchanges.
Yeah, Tariq Smith and Stephen Jones a little bit off pace right now. Each other both fumbling 2 now. That was a clear fumble there. The last one was a bobble, but got to get on the same page one way or another. Take another look here, and just looks like Jones kind of just overran it and kind of couldn't find the ball, and he started running first. Sometimes you got to grab the ball first, make sure you have it in your hands, and then you start going.
Yeah, it was either that or it kind of like fell out of Smith's hand, right? 3rd down and 8. They'll work it out in the flat. Good catch by Carden, and Carden's going to make a man move, but really he's only going to get a yard or 2 on that play, so it's going to bring up a 4th down and long.
Yeah, something interesting there is that Tariq Smith didn't throw the ball past the line of scrimmage there. Everything was a run. We saw the run. We saw the little bit of a flick pass to Jones, and then we saw a check down play there. So trying to play it out, see how the defense reads them, and defense did a good job there on third down, and they have to go for it here on fourth.
We'll get you back to live action in a moment, but that is just a simple pitch and catch, and you're relying on your wideout to make something happen. Now they'll go trips to the left side here on 4th down and 7. Smith with a long count, and we're going to have movement again on the Sharks, and you wonder if this now changes the plan here as a 4th and 7 becomes a 4th and 12.
Yeah, so a drive that started out really nice with the initial kickoff return is now coming to its demise as 2 penalties on false starts and the trouble getting with Tyreek Smith and Jones with handing off the ball. So looks like they're going to go for it here, though. 4th and long here, about 12.
4th and 12 officially, and not a good position to be in when you start this game really with a 9-yard gain on 1st down. 2nd and 1 becomes 4th and 12. Smith steps up in the pocket and wide open down the field and in stride, and taking it in is Saru. Touchdown, Sharks!
And we heard it before the game. I know you guys didn't see the interview, but the trust in this offense is why the Jersey Sharks have been so good all year. We see a 4th and 12 from about the 50-yard line, and the ball from Tyreek Smith, a beauty. His first throw past the line of scrimmage tonight goes in for a 50-yard touchdown to Saru.
And part of that, Cam, has to do with the protection that he got, because he was able to actually climb the pocket here and move up, and that's what allowed him to find Saru breaking down at the 20-yard line. And then from there, it's a foot race, and Saru's going to win that one 95 times out of 100. And they will go for 2 here for the conversion attempt. And bottled up in the backfield. They will not get it. That ball actually came out late. But we'll stay at 6-0 here with 11:47 remaining in the first quarter. But that's quite a start for the Sharks.
Absolutely. I'm glad you mentioned it. The offensive line really allowed Tyreek Smith to step up into the pocket near the line of scrimmage, but he got himself just enough to find Saru, who was wide open, broke free from the defender right away, and he had about 5 yards of space there to run in for a nice, easy catch into the end zone to put up the first 6 of the night. Jersey Sharks up 6-0. They fail on the 2-point conversion there, but the Jersey Sharks just an incredible job there. 4th and 12. They had a couple miscues there, 2 false starts, fumble, a bobbled snap. It was just that drive had just about everything going wrong for the Sharks after the beautiful kickoff return, but they turn it into a 50-yard touchdown in the first 6 points of the night.
It's just amazing, Cam, the things that we get to see on 4th down sometimes, but that was a bookend drive. You got a good play on 1st down, a bit of a mess in between, and then on 4th down, just a beautiful hookup that time, and we knew this is a high-powered offense that can put the ball in the end zone, and they cash in on the game's first drive. The home team up 6-0.
Yeah, they cleaned it up fast. They had a beautiful kickoff return, got themselves to about just past the 50-yard line, and then, we saw the little, we're blowing this drive. Then they found a way. Tyreek Smith finds Shamar Saru deep down the field, and he walks in basically free of touch for 6 points.
Yeah, just a foot race from there, and when you're that wide open and you get to catch it with nobody really around you for 3 yards, it's going to be easy to take it in the rest of the way.
Oh, yeah.
Sharks make a statement on the first drive of the game.
The Titans are going to have to score back. They do not want to give up too much momentum here.
And that one on the ground, fielded at about the 25-yard line and upended at the 32 are the Titans. Looked like it was number 7 on the return. And I think that was Coleman, the running back.
Yeah, the Titans going to look to now dig the dagger into the Sharks and try to stop their momentum. Here it's going to be a tough one, but the resilience from the Titans all year and even the last playoff game that they played in, this team is not going to go anywhere. They're not going to step down, and they've held 2 close matches versus these Sharks already. So I'm not expecting a blowout here, and these Titans will be hard for the Sharks. But the Sharks did have a nice first drive. The Titans are going to look at the match that.
22-14 the first time they met, 16-0 the second time they met. The Sharks are in good position, up 6-0 to start, but we do expect a good one here, and the Titans do need a response. These jersey numbers are really hard to read, Cam, from up here. Black on, mahogany red.
Say dark burgundy or whatever.
And across the middle of the field, that's a nice hookup in open space. It doesn't go for much because stumbling on the play was the wideout, number 1, White, on the play.
Yeah, but a nice quick throw there from the quarterback, and he found himself White down the middle field. Could have had a little bit more, maybe 10, 15 yards, but he got tripped up by, I guess, the turf there.
Yeah.
But not a bad catch, not a bad start for the Titans here as they look to move the chains.
Yeah, we'll call it a long 3, short 4 here. Alex, I wonder if we could go in tight on the quarterback just to see who is playing quarterback, and it is number 7, I believe. Or was it number 5? It is number 5. 7? Okay, it is 7. So it is Razan Coleman.
It is 5.
Oh, it is 5. Okay. All right. Is that Parton?
Let me.
Either way, it was going to be a run on that second down, and the Sharks were able to gobble up Coleman.
Yes, that is DeMonte Parton, the quarterback for the Titans tonight.
All right. So it's going to be about a 3rd and 2 coming up here as they only got the yard. As I go into my notes here and just make sure, yep, that's Parton.
Yeah, Titans going to look to secure a first down here on 3rd and short.
Yeah, and they'll keep Coleman in the backfield with Parton now. 3rd down and 2. And the give is going to be underneath, and that play looked botched from the start. It's going to be very close. They really didn't get much at all, and we'll see if they decide to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, it looks like DeMonte is going to his offensive coordinator and or coach looking to run a play here as they are 3rd and short. Well, now 4th and short.
4th and short, yeah. 4th and 1.5, 2 yards, we'll call it officially.
Yeah, both these teams not backing down on going on it for 4th down. I mean, shoot, we saw the Jersey Sharks go for it on 4th and 12, and that's no stranger for these Titans who are going to go for it on about 4th and 1.5.
Yeah, we have the clock going for this game here, so you see it on your screen. Still very early here, opening stages of the first quarter. They stack the box, a lot of movement at front. It's going to be Parton taking it himself, and he is going to have the first down. I thought they got started a little bit early there, Cam, but it's a first down nonetheless.
There's definitely some movement on both sides. Jersey Sharks were trying to rumble in and get into the right space. Maybe they read it and knew that it was going to be a QB sneak there, but either team got away with one there. I think Titans definitely might have moved a little bit.
It might have just been a head jerk
close,
in the right side of the line, but that's a good job by Parton to kind of find his way. That's not easy in between those bodies, both his own offensive line and the defensive line, but it's gritty, but they get themselves a first down out of it.
Yeah, and like you said, the Jersey Sharks have a very good defensive line here, and it's hard to kind of figure themselves out through some big guys, but Parton did a nice job there for the first down.
It will be 4 down linemen here for the Jersey Sharks. We'll get you their starting defense after this play, and it will be a give underneath to Coleman, who bounces to the 45-yard line. And with that, we'll see the starting defense for this Jersey Sharks team. We get the initial starters up front: Bethea, Cross, Kofer, Span Jr., Marmaleos, and Papali, the linebackers. And then we finish it out with the talent in the secondary. You'll see them on your screen now: Rady Rojas, Kennedy Jr., and then you got the 2 corners, Stewart and Carden. The free safety is Ty Stamper back there, and Face, the defensive coordinator, holding this unit down.
Yeah, their defense has been incredible. Again, they lead the stats in the whole league with only allowing 40 points all year, Dave. Just an incredible job by the defensive side. And then you look to the offensive side, scoring 310, but their differential is 270 guys. That is a well-rounded team here. The Titans are going to look to try to defeat them here, which will be hard, but if any team can do it, it is the Moco Titans.
Yep, and that's the thing. The Sharks do just a little bit of everything right here as the Titans are taking a timeout. And while we have the timeout, why don't we go to one of our opening segments, Cam, and listen to what Lou Moa had to say coming into the game. All right, Cam, I am here with Coach Lou Moa. Coach, long time coming. Beautiful night out tonight. You got a team that you faced before. Tell me a little bit about how the team is feeling here on home turf to kick off the playoffs.
Excuse me, we're ready to go. We've been waiting for this all year long. We did play these guys twice. Both games were struggles. They got a pretty scrappy team. We're fully loaded tonight. There should be no reason why we can't score a bunch of points. Their offense is, they got a couple of guys that I worry about, the quarterback especially. But if we can contain him, we'll do good on defense. We got some plans on offense to be able to score against what they're giving us. So I feel pretty confident about today.
All right, cool. Without getting too much into the X's and O's, obviously, tell us a little bit about what your team needs to do tonight in order to get past this team.
All right, on defense, we got to contain that quarterback. When he gets in the open area, he's pretty lethal. So we got to contain. Our defensive ends have to contain him. Our D-backs have to stay with the receivers. They got a decent running game, nothing spectacular. So defense, just play like we've been playing all year long. We'll be fine. Offensively, we got too much firepower. We got too much athletes on the wide receivers as a running back. They can't keep up with our firepower. That's my feeling. So we're gonna be good.
Absolutely. And the final question. All right, we are back to live action here as a good little flank play, and it's going to be a first down. Trying to get you that play in its entirety, and we will. Let's take a look at that last play here on 1st and 10, and this is coming out of the timeout here, so we'll get you the play in the entirety. That's why we say you don't miss much, even when we go off camera. But you could see a little bit of trickery there, and a nice job by Parton to really settle that one down and get it over to his wideout.
Yeah, it was a very nice job there from Parton to get the ball out because the Sharks were coming in on defense. They pancaked 2 guys on the Titans' offensive line, and they almost found themselves a Parton, but Parton got rid of it quickly, and it was good for about a 15-yard gain.
So, indeed, the Titans continue the drive. They made a big 4th down on this drive, and now for the first time are going to run a play inside of Sharks territory.
They sure are threatening quick.
Motion this time in the near side. White is the gentleman in motion. Now flips it around. This is a delayed screen, and I think it might have been broken up at the line of scrimmage.
Looked like it got tipped off by a Shark defensive man, which now the second consecutive play that they have came in quickly and going for Parton, and Parton trying to get it out quickly, but it looks like they got a tip on that one.
Yeah, we'll take another look at it real quick and see who got the fingertips on it perhaps. But, yeah, it's just a jailbreak, and that might have been Bethea who got his mitt on it. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, these Sharks are finding themselves through the offensive line pretty quickly. It's going to be tough for Parton to try to get the ball deep here. His offensive line is going to need to continue to hold strong and protect him as best as possible.
2nd down and 10. Parton this time will go back to pass. The heat is coming. Parton able to step up in the pocket, but he is going to get brought down. A short loss on the play. And it looked like coming in on it was Hemingway, but Hemingway is not listed as playing defense. But we'll see that again, and we'll see who got him down.
Yeah, another time where the Sharks are just threatening Parton right away, and Parton really has nowhere to go. We'll see it here on the replay. But Parton is struggling to find time and buy time to his receivers who are out looking for a route. Let's take a look here. Sharks immediately blow through, and Parton tries to step up, but he gets caught and wrapped around by number 22 or 23. No,
that's Hemingway then. I think that's 23. Hard for us to pick up, but indeed, it'll be 3rd down. And actually, that was not counted as a sack because that was counted as a 1-yard gain. So it'll be 3rd down and 9. I thought he got down.
I was going to say, Titans get a break.
Yeah.
I thought he was at least half a yard back by the line of scrimmage, but nonetheless, it's going to be 3rd and long here.
I do too. They'll work in the flat. That was a forward pass, and it is incomplete. And the pass was intended for White. And with 5:02 remaining, it's going to bring up another big 4th down here coming up.
Yeah, Parton looks for A.J. White, who's one of their best wide receivers on the left side of the field, and just underthrown just barely. White could not come down with it. It'll be 4th and long here, about 4th and 9.
Yeah, and it looks like they are bringing in the punt team here on the Titans. And it's an interesting call, Cam, because obviously it's still very early in the game. You could see the time left here in the first quarter. They are going to elect to punt here. And if they're successful at getting it inside the 10, that's not a bad idea here. Start to play the field position game. By now, your defense has had a good rest on the other side of the field, and maybe you start playing this kind of a game.
Yeah, we saw them went for it about 4th and 2 earlier in this drive, but now, they're kind of sometimes got to know when to take your losses.
Yep.
And being 3rd and 9 here, you may as well punt it. You give it hard for the Jersey Sharks. If they get it in within that 10-yard line, it's going to be hard for the Jersey Sharks to go march down the field 90 yards.
And the punt is towards the sideline, and it will go directly out. And so, not a great punt. We'll have to see where they actually say this goes out.
Looked about the 20-yard line, and it
they're going.
Seems like
it's going to be the 22. So it's going to be about a 17-yard punt. When it's all said and done, it does give you pause to think about it again and say, was it worth it? But the 17 yards, we'll see if it holds up.
Yeah, not the worst punt in the world. Theoretically, I think it was the right decision to do it. You don't really have to go for it 4th and long this early in the game and give them even better field position. It was only about 17-yard punt, but it makes it that much harder for the Jersey Sharks to march up 78 yards down the field, which they've shown they can do. They had a 50-yard throw from Tyreek Smith, so it's definitely not out of the question here. But I think it was the right move by the Titans. No need to threaten that quick and really, try to get down the field on a 4th and long when you don't need to.
Either way, you're going to have to get stops in this game, and it starts now for them. And on the pitch out, a good breakup of the tackle that time and a good stop as Ronald Butler was put down on the end around from right to left.
Yeah, really nice tackle there. Read that play right away. Tyreek Smith throwing off to his running back receiver and just tackled up, tripped up right away for a loss of yards. About 6 yards, maybe even 7.
Absolutely. It looks like 6. So we'll go with 2nd down and 16 coming up as you guys at home are seeing the replay.
That makes that punt look just that much better now.
Yeah, and, we just finished seeing the Sharks come out of a big hole on a drive where they got hit for a couple of big penalties. Now they have to come out of this one, 2nd and 16. They crowd the box. There is movement. There are no flags. Now the flags come out. Underthrown. Intercepted that time by the Titans. It looked like it was going to be a free play, and the Sharks have allowed the intercepting player to go all the way in. That was Tiller, I believe, or Tyler.
Yeah. Zamir Tyler
getting the
safety. Yep, getting an interception there. Flag was thrown before, so we'll see who it is on. But it looks like it is coming back.
Yeah, and it is indeed. So
smart play there from Tyreek Smith. Knew he had a free play. May as well go for any sort of shot that you had. He was receiving pressure there, but in the end threw it right to Zamir Tyler, who came down with the touchdown, but that play is called off after the free play there for the Sharks. 4 minutes left to play in this 4th quarter. 6-0 Jersey Sharks over the Moco Titans.
Second and a long 10, short 11. It is going to be Jones right up the gut. He fights for 2 or 3 yards, and he'll get it to the 25-yard line. And with the first down mark at the 32, it'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, Stephen Jones has had an incredible season, 313 total yards, 3 touchdowns. He's averaging 8 yards per carry. He hasn't gotten to that 8 yards per carry dominance so far tonight. The Titans have done a good job corralling him into about 2 to 3 yards. His first run of the night, though, was about that 10 yards. But for the most part, the Titans are stopping him pretty good on the defensive side, but he will be a threat throughout the entire game as he has been dominant for these Jersey Sharks so far this year.
Yeah, this Sharks team does indeed depend on its, on all of its factors, the run, the pass, and they trust their run game, and that's why they ran it there on 2nd and long. 3rd down and 7 coming up here. And again, the Titans crowd the box. Look how many red jerseys right there at the line of scrimmage. The fake. Smith is able to step up in the pocket again and looking for Saru, but that time over his head and out of bounds.
Yeah, immediate pressure. You said it before the play was even snapped. I think the Titans had just about nearly their whole team there, it felt like, but Tyreek Smith did a good job stepping into it, stepping in through the pocket, was looking for Shamar Saru again, just a bit overthrown and out of Samar's reach. But a good job there from Tyreek Smith, who's done a good job stepping into the pocket. We'll see here. I mean, he had 5 guys on him right away, steps in, goes for another one of those signature long throws from Tyreek Smith, just out of the reach from Saru.
So, indeed, a punt coming up for the Sharks.
Yeah, not a bad idea going here for the punt. They had a little magic last time going for it on 4th and 12 for a touchdown, but this time they're backed up to literally the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and this is why it might have been a good idea to punt the first time for the Titans. They don't get a lot of yards out of it, but enough. And, a huge shot that Kroski took, but it was in time with the kick. So there is no flag, and Kroski's kick got shanked as a result. They're going to say that they got a piece of that punt, and that's why there's no roughing call there.
Yeah, I heard it from up here, Dave. He definitely got a piece of that punt. I think it hit his hand, and then he found himself landing on the kicker there, but that is huge for the Titans. Great
Big
field
time.
position, no flag at all. I think it was a clean play. Absolutely obliterated the punter there, but I think it was clean. We'll take a look here, and they broke through. They had it right away, and he definitely, now that I look at it, I thought it hit him on his hand. I thought I heard a noise. Replay shows that it looks like he just jacked him.
Right.
But nonetheless, regardless, they have the ball now. The Titans are in great field position at the 26-yard line of the Sharks, and now they are threatening here.
Right, so they actually net just 1 yard on that punt. And that snap goes errant, and it's it looked like they got back on it, did Parton. At first, it looked like it landed right into the
hands of James Bethia there. He was right onto it. I thought he actually hobbled onto the ball. But
I thought he kind of caught it on the fly as he was going down. But
got away, and Parton fell on it, and Titans escaped there. You don't want to give that ball back up after what you guys just did, netting a 1-yard punt. But the Titans escape. Now they're going to look to redo it again here. But, man, what a good job there from James Bethia, the defensive lineman for the Sharks, who almost found him, which I thought he did, but
I thought
almost
so
found
too.
his way into the ball.
Just a tough bounce. Otherwise, it was right in his shoulder pad kind of. But it'll be 2nd down and 20 coming up.
Yeah, a couple mistakes on both sides of the ball today for both teams that you want to minimize as this game continues, and especially as this first quarter is coming to a close.
So on 2nd down and 20, the give is going to be underneath, and a good job of getting past the first wave there. That time, I think that was the first carry by number 20 on the play, who I'm not sure if we have on our roster here at all. Oh, yeah, it is. Dudley. James Dudley, listed as the defensive back, but plows ahead and gets about 4 yards on the play.
Looks like James Dudley's doing it all tonight, both sides of the ball, and there's a good, nice carry there to get him half the distance to the first down.
As we come close to 1 minute to go here in this first quarter, the Sharks score on their opening drive of the game, 50 yards plus on the pass from Smith to Saru. But this is a big play right here, 3rd and 16. If you're the Titans, you'd like to cut into this, maybe get half of this back at least. And out of the shotgun is Parton. Good blitz coming in from the end. Bethea giving chase, but on the run in the middle of the frame. The catch is made, and that's exactly what they did, Cam. They got about half the distance to go until the first down, and a good snag that time in open space by number 14. That was Hicks.
Yeah, just a beautiful job. Parton rolls out to his left again and finds Hicks through the middle of the field, and it's good for not good for a first down, but gets him within distance here and threatening, and it looks like they're going to go for it here. But, man, just a beautiful job there from Parton, rolling out to his left and finds Hicks for about 10 yards, I want to say. Maybe a little bit less, but still a very nice play that gets him within striking distance of that first down after the fumbled first play of the drive.
Yeah, but that will be the end of the first quarter, as they will not be able to run another play. And so that is your score at the end of 15 minutes. Jersey on top of Montgomery County, 6-0 here. The Moco Titans down, but are driving. And with this break in the action, we're going to let you know here that the Jersey Sharks want you to gear up like a shark, and they've got a lot of great stuff, and we see some of the folks on their sideline as well, donned head to toe in Sharks gear, but you got your beanie hats, your baseball caps, your hoodies, your tote bags, everything you could think of, and all it takes is scanning the barcode on your screen. We'll get it up for you just one more time here in case you need a little bit more time to see it there, but there you go. Just scan the barcode on your screen, and in case you can't because you're on your cell phone, be sure to visit the Jersey Sharks website. Be sure to visit them on all of their social media, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff, and you'll be able to get their gear. That's some fine-looking gear, Cam.
I was going to say the gear looks nice. Got a bunch of coaches and fans up in the stands wearing it. That stuff looks nice. I might scan a barcode myself.
Yeah, I'd like some Sharks gear. That'd be pretty nice. But when we come back here, it's going to be a 4th down and 7 for the Titans. And, you know, we've seen the only touchdown of the game scored on a 4th down as well. So anything can happen here on these very eventful 4th down plays.
Yeah, it's been very interesting here. We saw the Sharks do their first drive of the game, going 50 yards, going the distance. It's going to be up to the Titans now to go for a 4th and long here within striking distance. And it's going to be interesting to see how these Sharks play this defensive side of the ball.
And you can see they are spreading them out. 5 wide receivers, trips to the far side, and 2 lined in here near the bottom of your screen. And we got movement. This could be a free play, and they're going to look for the corner fade in the end zone. It is intercepted by Carden at the goal line, but
definitely was a free play. I mean,
absolutely.
The Sharks jumped on that one pretty quickly. It almost was so quick that I thought they would blow it dead. They did not. Free play. Good job by Parton to at least throw it up and give it a chance to his receiver down in the end zone, but ended up getting picked off. And that's the second time that we've seen a free play get picked off, and it will be coming back.
Still smart play there by the
Absolutely.
Titans to go for it. You give your wide receiver a 50-50 chance to come down with it. Instead, Carden's not going to lose a lot of those battles there near the goal line on the corner fade. But what it does do now, Cam, is it puts a lot more on the table here. Instead of 4th and 7, it's 4th and 2. Remember, they did run with the quarterback. You know, Parton took it himself the last time they were in a 4th and 2 situation. This time from inside the red zone.
Yeah, it'll be interesting here. 4th and 2 for Parton and the Titans.
And more movement, and this time it might have been the offensive line. At least that's what the Sharks want.
Looked like one of the left offensive linemen jump off. There's a jump to start, and now that 4th and 2 goes back to a 4th and 7. They got handed a gift, and they give it right back. They say, no, you can have it.
Exactly. So everything we just said, forget about it. We're back at 4th and 7, and now, you know, you do become a lot more one-dimensional in this down and distance here. And when Parton has been able to throw the football, when he's had the pocket, he has looked in the middle of the field. We've seen White, you know, show in the middle of the field. We saw, you know, Hicks on that last play. Trying to get in the middle of that zone for that 5 and 7 yard catch, and that's exactly what they need here, 7 yards.
Titans within striking distance here. All they need is 7 yards for a first down.
Still the opening stages of the second quarter. They overload on the far side and stepping up, throwing on the run and in the middle of things at the 15-yard line. But that is, it is going to be a first down. Ooh. I thought he was right there at the sticks, and they will advance it. That's a huge play. They needed 7. They got 7 and a hair.
Yeah, it's like you said before the play even happened. You said Parton likes to look through the middle of the field, and we've seen him connect on some guys like Hicks in the early stages of this game, and there he goes again through the middle of the field, just gets it narrowly by a fingernail. I didn't think he had it, but the referees say otherwise, and it's good for a Titans. First down, huge 4th and 7. There he goes, throws over the middle, and barely gets enough. Looks like the ball must have landed right on the first down marker, and it did. Huge play by Parton and the Titans.
I'll tell you what, they spot this at the 15, but it looked like he was down at the 16, Ken. That's why I didn't think he had the first down. A delayed handoff now as they try to stretch it out on the right side, but the Sharks are there in waves to make the play. Good stop that time. Stewart was in on the play a little bit late as they once again ran it up the middle that time by Dudley.
Yeah, they like running the ball, and for good reason. They found themselves pretty successful throughout the night, marching through the defensive side of the Sharks, who have done a phenomenal job as well. But they're going to have to continue to pull that rabbit out of the hat here.
They do get 2 on the play. So that'll make it a 2nd down and 8.
You know, they have scored 140 points throughout this season so far. So they're not new to scoring here at all. We'll see if they can do it again here and even up this game and possibly take a lead, as the Jersey Sharks were not successful in getting the 2-point conversion. But maybe the Titans, after they score, they could take a lead here. 6-0 Jersey Sharks.
2nd down and 8. Ball is spotted at about the 13-yard line. They look immediately in the low, flat on the far side of the screen, and a nice open field tackle that time by Stewart. Beautiful open field tackle. Now they do get about 4 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 3rd down and 5 coming up, but that's still a nice one-on-one play.
I'll tell you what, they're definitely happy that is only 4 yards. Stewart made a phenomenal tackle. If he didn't make a tackle, he's probably running free into the end zone for 6.
Absolutely that time, and now it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5, and again, a lot of options here for the Titans in this area of the field, understanding this is 4-down territory. And don't be surprised to see Parton taken off. I mean, he scrambled to the right. He stepped up in the pocket these last couple of times, and if this is a passing play, look for him to be on the move. Shotgun snap, once again, looks to get flushed to the right, now steps over to the left, looking for someone to show, and he gets absolutely pasted by Bethea. Incomplete.
Yeah, he got decked right away. Offensive line got broken up by the Jersey Sharks defensive line, who has done an incredible job in part, and again having to scramble out of the pocket right away. He had to throw that one away, otherwise that would have been a loss of about 15 yards there. Referees discussing possible and grounding. Intentional grounding, sorry.
I wouldn't think so, though, because he was slammed by Bethea as he's throwing. So there's no way this is intentional grounding. But it will be 4th down. And right now the Titans, when they've decided to go for it on 4th down, are 2 for 2 in the game. So this is a big play here.
Yeah, and I think we'll see another one of those plays over the middle, just barely getting the 1st down here, as they are close to the end zone here. It's going to be interesting to see how they play this one now being backed up on 4th down. It's going to be up to Parton here to find some magic here.
Yeah, and they can get the 1st down without scoring the touchdown. 1st down marker is about the 4-yard line here.
Four wide receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Parton's got a lot of options here. They go 5 wide receivers again on 4th down, which we have seen them do a couple times.
The Sharks only bring 3. They look in the corner, and touchdown. Came down with it, and that is a nice job of getting the snag down, and the Titans have evened up this ball game.
That is a beautiful play call there from the Titans. Just a phenomenal job. They drew out all the Jersey Sharks defensive men on the right side. They had 4 wide receivers on the right side of Parton, and Parton immediately stepped back into the pocket. His offensive lineman gave him some time here for the first time in a while. He had a lot of time, and his wide receiver broke free right into the left side and made a nice dazzling catch there in the left side of the end zone. Good for 6 points, and they're going to be gearing up to take the lead here, Dave.
Yeah, unbelievable, and good job by the wideout to kind of adjust his body to the ball. It looked like he wanted it on his left shoulder and had to go back to his right shoulder to make the play.
Yeah, he adjusted greatly there, and it's good for 6 there for the Titans. Phenomenal job as they go here for 2 to take the lead.
This becomes a huge play here early. Early stages, 2nd quarter. Back to pass again. Parton in the middle of the end zone, wide open, and the 2-point conversion is successful. He's looking to get a number on that gentleman there. Got the jersey tucked tight. I think it was number 12, but the Titans are able to take an 8-6 lead.
Just an incredible job by the Titans, and we said they will be a battle the whole game, and they are now 3 for 3 on 4th down, and now they got a touchdown. It's Kyle Miles with the 2-point conversion catch. Beautiful job there by the Titans, getting up 8 points there. That's the drive that started from the block punt there.
Yeah.
They cashed in on that one big time.
I was just about to make that same observation, and again, not one, Cam, but 2 4th down conversions on that drive. And the Jersey Sharks had a 4th down conversion. It ended up being in the end zone for a touchdown on their play, 50+ yards. And on that drive, 2 4th down conversions for the Titans. The second one is the one that hurts. It ends up in 6 points. The Titans take the lead with the 2-point conversion. And here we go with 12:31 to go in the second. Still an enormous amount of time left to go in this game. The Titans have their first lead against the Sharks. It's 8-6.
Yeah, just a phenomenal job and a phenomenal drive there, and a good job by the Titans to be able to cash in on that punt there that was muffed by the Jersey Sharks. Well, muffed, or they got jacked.
Yeah, just hit. Yeah, just hit as the punt was being kicked. And now down the other end, an end-over-end kick that lands at the 20, finds some green, and now scooped up by Fisher. Fisher past the 30, wants blocking to materialize in front of him, drops the shoulder and gets past the 40-yard line.
Yeah, and I was going to say,
and
late tackle there and a little scuffle now. That's definitely a late push. Fisher was out of bounds, and Titans hit him out of bounds. That's definitely a flag, and we saw it come in from the referee there. Fisher now 2 very nice returns tonight. Get himself near the 50-yard line again, and definitely will be out across the 50-yard line after the late hit there. Nice job by Fisher, putting his team into some good position tonight.
Yeah, unless they rule this offsetting, Cam, Jersey's going to
be with the scuffle there. You never know.
Jersey's going to be set up, but we'll get a chance to see this all the way through, the return and then the aftermath on the sidelines here. And there's a couple of late hits that come. Now, there's one shot, there's two, and now watch 27 here at the bottom of your screen. There's a shot and there's another shot. So they take turns there, but it looks like coming out of all this, the Jersey Sharks are going to get the ball moved into Titans territory, and we're going to have a 1st and 10 inside Moco's end of the field.
Yeah, with this game that's going to be so tight, you don't want to give any more yards that you don't have to. And on the vice versa, you don't want to be the guy giving it up. Yeah. You want to take what you can get, and the Jersey Sharks are now being given a gift here. A couple extra yardage here, about 10 yards.
Well, you look at the last 2 possessions, the Titans are able to start at the Sharks' 26-yard line, and now the Sharks get to start at the Titans' 37-yard line. You can't ask for anything better as far as starting field here for both of these sides.
Yeah, not to mention the first drive of the game where the Sharks were passed into Titans territory based off the kickoff return.
Sharks have numbers here down low. It's going to be a keeper to Smith. Smith gains wide. We have a flag down late. Actually, another one came even later. It was about a 5-yard gain on the play, but
possible holding.
Yeah, this is in that neighborhood of holding, and we'll get another look at it while we get the official call.
Yeah, Sharks move back right away. Looks like 2 flags of holding on the Sharks offensive line. As we saw, got a little bit handsy there as Tyreek Smith was running a QB draw there, and he found himself for 5 yards, but now they are marching back 10 yards.
Yeah, we got to see the play in its entirety there. So instead of a 2nd and 5, it's a 1st and 20.
And here it is where these teams start to shoot themselves in the foot, and they're going to start to add up as this game continues. Still very early in the game, 12-13 left in the first half. But you don't want to be giving up these mistakes when you don't have to.
Right.
Especially in a semifinal game here where it's anybody's game, and certainly when the Sharks are down.
No question about it. And the Sharks come out in the same formation as they did in the last play. Once again, Moco showing blitz in the box. They have 6 there, 2 back off, and now a throw in the flat, incomplete. As that one was intended to Butler, and again, it just didn't look right coming out of the hands of Smith, and you wonder if that was either hit or if his hand was hit there or if it's just the cold weather here, expanding the fingers a little bit.
Yeah, Tyreek Smith threw it into the ground, and basically Ronald Butler didn't really have a chance there. Tried to corral it, but yeah, that cold weather. We'll take a look here. If it got tipped, Tyreek Smith drops back into play. And
no, I don't think so.
Yeah,
just came out of.
Titans were certainly threatening there and got close, and he maybe panicked a little bit, had to throw it. He saw a couple defenders coming in and thought, oh, shoot, I got to throw the ball.
Right.
But in the end, it'll be 2nd down and long, 20 yards here.
You like the call, though, because the Sharks did have numbers here down low. You could see it on your screen. 3 wideouts and only the 3 defensive backs. Again, the Titans show pressure up front. They back off just a bit. Smith is able to step up in the pocket again. He gains the 45-yard line, but is going to get bottled up there after a gain of about 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, it was good protection there by the offensive line. Gave Tyreek Smith enough time to try to figure out and find a play. And even when he ran, he had enough room for a little bit, but he couldn't find anyone open down the field. Would have been hard. We saw the three wide receivers on the left side of him, so he would have had to throw cross body to try to find one of his receivers, and he was not able to find anyone open.
So 3rd down and 17 it'll bring up. And, again, in this area of the field, you'd like to think the Sharks will probably go for it if they're able to get a decent chunk here on this play. Obviously, if they get held for no gain or a loss, they'll rethink it. But there's a big play here. And the Titans are starting to swell up a little bit with some confidence after their last touchdown drive, the lead, and now a 3rd and 17 upcoming here for the Sharks.
Yep.
This time they'll go with trips on the top of your screen. They back off with pressure, but it gets home. Smith is able to step up again and down the field, just too elevated in the direction of Hemingway, I believe. And if they're able to hook up, that's 6 points. But Smith had to throw it on a rope as he was getting chased from behind.
Yeah, Hemingway wide open. Tyreek Smith trying to create some magic, rolling around the pocket, trying to step into the throw, and he found himself with room to throw, but just a little bit out of Hemingway's reach. Fought off some traffic there in the pocket, threw, and he was on the run and kind of had to get it thrown before he crossed the line of scrimmage there, and he found himself unlucky as the Sharks are going to have to make a decision here to go for it on 4th and 17 or punt it away.
But you can almost see, Cam, that if the Sharks are able to get protection for Smith, there's going to be some breakdowns in that secondary for the Titans. We've seen it 2 and 3 times now where the Sharks have had guys,
Essentially wide open almost, or no one within 3-5 yards.
And it's beyond their usual routes, right? It's just when things start to break down. But here we go, 4th down and 17. And now we're going to have whistles for a timeout, I believe, and it's going to be called by the Titans. And that'll be their second timeout.
Yeah, not a bad decision. Titans defensive coordinator almost ran out onto the field for that one. They want to make sure they don't do what happened last time. They had a 4th and 12 for the Sharks, and they just blew the coverage, and it ended up being 6 for the Sharks. They want to make sure that they have a couple guys deep possibly, or at least at that first down mark to instill that fear in the Sharks that they can't go downfield here.
Cam, let's get the second half of that conversation with Lou Moa now while we have the chance. Of course, that top seed, that undefeated record, earns you the right to play right here in New Jersey. Beautiful complex here. Atmosphere is pumping here. The fans are going to be lively. Tell us a little bit about what it means to you to have a game like this on your home side.
It's a whole different feeling. We had to travel twice, once down to Virginia, once down to Baltimore. That's not good for any team. It's just a long ride. You get kind of complacent. You get off the bus, and then you got to go play football. Now the thing is reversed. They had to do that. So we're ready to go. Should be no reason why we lose this freaking game. We got to take it to them.
All right, Coach. Appreciate the words, and good luck today.
You got it.
Thank you. You got it. Cam, we'll throw it back up to you. All right, it took us a couple of timeouts in this game, but we finally got our pregame conversation with head coach Lou Moa.
Great words from Lou Moa.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's a lot of football knowledge in that man right there, and he's awful confident about his team, and he said that they could score points tonight. Here's a big play right now. 4th down and 17. We're going to try to get this camera going here for you on 4th and 17. Smith steps up, out of trouble, still on the run, and gains the edge, and he is going to be out at the 25-yard line. That is going to be enough for a first down.
Great job, and they do it again. There goes a magic rabbit out of the black hat. And the Jersey Sharks convert on 4th and 17, their longest conversion of the night. We saw 4th and 12 in their first drive, ending up in a touchdown. But now they go 4th and 17 and defy all the odds again. And the Titans struggle to stop this 4th and long. But the Sharks, phenomenal job yet again.
The amount of 4th down conversions have been insane. We're going to get the camera figured out at the first time out we have. Our camera is on an angle in order to clear some of the walls here in the press box, but we'll get that sorted out for you. Meanwhile, the give down low, I believe that was Jackson on his first carry, stood up for no gain.
Yeah, so these Titans have done a good job on the short play and the run game defending it, but it's just those long plays when they have enough time on when Tyreek Smith has enough time to figure out a play, that's when the Titans get in trouble. But they apply a lot of pressure on the defensive front that makes Tyreek Smith have to kind of intensify his need to make a pass or make a play or scramble. The pressure on Tyreek Smith has been incredible today from the Titans. Titans need to hone in here and stop these Jersey Sharks.
So 2nd down and 10 after no gain on that last play. They work it out in the flat. That time it is completed and past the 20 to the 15-yard line and hammered out of bounds. Short of the first down was Ronald Butler. He's been a key target. He's 2 yards short of a first down, but a good play there on 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it was a big tackle there from Zamari Tyler there. Got the running back out there quick, but Sharks threatening again, 3rd and short here.
Yeah, 3rd and short. They'll huddle up and they'll take their time here. We could see this play. And again, it doesn't work unless your blocks are materializing down low. And you could see how he's set up. Butler's able to catch, field, turn around, and run up the field.
Yeah, and he had a big stiff arm there, but then Zamir Tyler got him down quick. But it's good for enough yards to make it a doable 3rd down here. And we know how they are with the 4th down.
Absolutely. It's 3rd down and a long 2, short 3. The Titans crowding the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the box. They all come, and the heat gets brought on Jackson, and he is put down for a loss of a yard.
Yeah, we see Rob Jackson getting himself into the game now. He has had an incredible season. 4 touchdowns for him and 9.8 yards per carry, and that time got totally blown up by the Titans defense. Huge stop there for a loss of yards for the Jersey Sharks, who are now 4th and about 4 yards here. Their shortest 4th down of the game, but we'll see if they will be able to convert yet again.
Yeah, he lost 2 yards on that play, so it'll be 4th down and 4, and it's just inside of 5 yards. It's like a long 4 yards and a short 5. And again, this area of the field and this distance, you have a lot of options here. Don't be surprised if Smith takes off with it, but again, the Titans are showing a little bit of heat. Long count and maybe a free play. No, he went off too far. The Titans are saying the Sharks jumped off. The Sharks are saying the Titans jumped off. And here comes the verdict. It's going to be against the Sharks, is it? Yes, indeed. Wow, indeed.
I thought it was the Titans for sure there, Dave.
Yeah,
I didn't see where the movement was on the Sharks. I saw it on the left defensive lineman there for the Titans there, who jumped quick and far, but I guess there was probably a little bit of a head nod there or something on the Jersey Sharks side.
We'll get you back on it, but let's see if we can pick it up. Oh, I don't know.
I didn't see anything
I think that's on the Titans, but here we go. 4th down and 9 officially. It's more like 10, the way the sticks are lined up. And Smith is running for his life, but he has a lot of room in front of him. Can he gain the edge? He can. 1st down, Smith. And he gets spilled very late out of bounds as well. No flags come down. It's just outside the 10. 1st and 10 Sharks.
You know, that's the problem sometimes when you have 2 defenders going right at your quarterback right away, as the Titans are trying to defend the deep ball, as they've been beat on so far tonight in these 4th downs. But the Sharks, that's what happens. When you get 2 defenders coming in on you and your quarterback is running deep into the pocket. I mean, Tyreek Smith was about 10 yards back there, but you look in front of him, no defenders. They were all defending the guys who were playing the wide receivers who were going for the touchdown, going for the 4th down, and there was nobody home, and Tyreek Smith ran free for the 1st down. And they do it again on 4th down. Both teams have converted perfectly on 4th down tonight.
Exactly. That's like you said, perfect on 4th down today. And it's almost like it's been the most successful play of a drive for both of these teams. Uncanny. But right now it's 1st down and 10 from the 11-yard line. So the Sharks can get a 1st down without a touchdown here, but they are knocking on the door and had to convert a pair of 4th downs to do it. 4th and 17 and 4th and 10 on this drive. Jones again mishandles the snap and has nowhere to go and fights just to lose only 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, we've seen Stephen Jones kind of struggle to get that reception and receiving it from Tyreek Smith all night. But the Titans have done a good job defending the run game so far. I mean, in Jones and Jackson, they have ran all over teams throughout this season. I mean, combined over having over 650 yards total and 7 touchdowns. I mean, they have a good run game. They have a solid run game, and the Titans have blown up just about every run so far.
Yep. That time the pitch looked pretty good by Smith. It might have just come at Jones a little hot, and he wasn't able to really corral it cleanly. So on 2nd down and 13 from the 14, here we go.
Sharks almost want to get pretty far back. They've been converting all night on the deep ball.
I was going to say, it's almost like they have them right where they want them, beyond the 1st down marker. And again, they bring heat. That one is zipped in the middle and incomplete. And, you know, that time Butler had a hand on it, though. It was going to be a very, very hard catch to make. And then he almost had to turn into a defensive back as that ball kind of popped up on him.
Yeah, it was Alan Bright who was in there in the mix there. That ball was tipped up by Butler. Almost had an interception for, excuse me if I'm wrong, but Alan Bright, the cornerback for the Titans. We'll take another look here. Good solid throw by Tyreek. Little low. Butler almost comes down with it. Tyler Bright right in the mix there. Almost nearly intercepted there. Jersey Sharks get a break, and they'll get the ball back here. 3rd and long, which is their territory. You almost want to maybe just take the knee and go for the 4th and long.
Yeah, just
they've been doing it all night.
Save what you got for 4th. 3 wide receivers, only one down low. It is Butler. Long count here by Smith. And they weakly come in, and now a fade to Butler, and we got flags, and that's a good call.
Yeah.
Butler was being held the entire way.
Yeah, he definitely was being held. A lot of hands on for Butler, trying to figure himself into the throw there. The throw might have been a little out of bounds, but he would have had no opportunity, especially with getting held that hard.
Yeah, and it was just the entire way. Now, I know as a defensive back, you're allowed to have hands on the receiver for the first 5 yards of a route, but I don't know if we'll pick it up because it was so on the bottom of your screen, but you could just see.
See it right here.
Yeah, it's just
not even looking for the ball.
Right.
If the ball is thrown to him, you got to kind of have that head turn, see where the ball is at. You can't be holding on like that.
So they're going to discuss here because in the MLF, there's diverse rules. Is it an automatic first down? Is it half the distance? Is it 15 yards? Is it a spot foul? Is this a holding call? Is this
that's
a
what
pass
I was going to
interference
say.
call? Right.
How are they going to mark it? Looks like it might just be a holding call, but you could argue pass interference.
No, it's going to be half the distance. They just did it at half the distance, and it's still going to be 3rd down. So 3rd down and 6 from the 7.
It's nice fall weather. Looks like we got some
it's
rain,
actually first.
snow.
It's actually 1st and goal, so it is
they
an
get
automatic.
the first down.
Yeah, and that's what we thought. I mean, we thought it would be an automatic first, but 1st and goal from the 6. Jones up the middle, scampers out, and his biggest run of the night ends up in a touchdown for the Sharks.
Stephen Jones gets his 4th touchdown of the year as he blitzed right through the Titans defense. Titans defense have held him and controlled him throughout the whole night, but Stephen Jones finally breaking through and gets his 4th touchdown of the night. It's 12-8. Jersey Sharks back on top.
Yeah, and I apologize. He had a 9-yard run earlier, but this is his 2nd longest of the game. It goes for 7 yards up the pipe, and there's something to be said about a good, clean exchange between quarterback and running back. That's the kind of thing it leads to.
Yeah, they finally found what they've been looking for the whole game, minus that first play from Jones. But here they go, going for 2 here.
Smith wants to take it himself here, tries to go around the edge at the 5, lost the football. That ball is live. It's still alive, and the Titans have it. If they return it, it's 2 points the other way, but they go out of bounds. A little bit of a premature whistle there, but the Sharks are 0 for 2 on 2-point conversions, but they grab the lead back. It's 12-8.
Yeah, and 0 for 2, like you said, on 2-point conversions could definitely affect you later on in this game, but nonetheless, it is still 12-8 here for the Jersey Sharks. As we take a look here, it was Tyree Smith looking to find it himself into the end zone. That actually gets knocked around there and loses the ball, and the Titans pick it up, and was possibly an early whistle, but looks like the Titans defender was definitely going to be out of bounds. I don't know if he had 90 yards in him, Dave, but
yeah,
we'll see. You never know. It's sometimes that adrenaline will take the big guys all the way down the field. We've seen it before, a guy like Vince Wilfork getting a touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely, and the 2 points the other way could be big.
Absolutely. Now a combined 4 points off the board for the Jersey Sharks, while on the other side of the ball, the Titans secured their 2-point conversion. Definitely could play a factor later in this game, especially with how these teams have played each other close so far throughout 2 games in the season.
Yeah, just a good back-and-forth affair so far in this game, and you can see it on your screen again. Still plenty of time here, just under 6 minutes to go in the first half, but enough time for sure, especially the way the Titans were able to gobble some of the yards in the air. We should mention that coming up at halftime, even though we'll throw it to break, that they'll be honoring the Edison Jets themselves. The 8s, the 9s, the 11s, and the 12-year-olds are being honored here during halftime. Central Jersey champs, and just great organization here. The Edison Jets, it's their home field technically, shared with, of course, this Jersey Sharks team. So an end-over-end kick. It is allowed to skip behind Coleman. He picks it up at the 15. A lot of white jerseys there, and they're able to take him down just beyond the 20.
Yeah, Coleman finds himself after letting the ball, it possibly even hit him, but it went back to about the 15-yard line. He finds himself back out to the 21 or 22, and it's going to be rough field position for the Titans. But they're going to try to make do here, Dave. With 5:48 left in this first half, they have 1 timeout remaining, while the Sharks have 3. So if the Sharks are able to defend this off, they will have the ball with 3 timeouts, assuming they don't call one here on the defensive side.
Darrell Kennedy was the one who pasted Coleman at the end of that play. But here we go. They're 78 yards from pay dirt are the Titans with 5:48 to go in the first half of play. The Titans coming off their best offensive drive, although it did happen on a short field. They were able to make it hurt and cashed in for 6 points plus the 2-point conversion. Puts them down by only 4 here.
Now they're going to try to go the distance here. Last time they tried to go the distance, they had to punt it off. But now, facing about 78 yards that they got to march down the field, they have 5:48 to do it.
They'll work with 3 wide receivers. Parton will give it underneath to Coleman. Coleman around the edge on the left side gets stood up and is brought down after a healthy gain of about 6 on first.
Yeah, Coleman had some room there. He cut back inside. Might have hurt him a little bit. He could have had maybe 10 yards if he continued staying out on the left side and trying to run outside on the Sharks. But nonetheless, a good solid first play of the drive is good for about 5 yards.
We'll see if Titans head coach Mike Stewart wants to work quickly here. It doesn't look like they do with just over 5 minutes to go. Still plenty of time here in this first half.
I'll tell you what, Dave, we're starting to see a little bit of rain and possibly snow action. I can't tell
Really?
from the lights, but it is
Yeah,
raining.
it's kind of like this misting.
Yeah. Not too bad,
All right.
but we're seeing a little bit, and it's already cold out.
Coleman gets another handoff. This time gets squeezed at the line of scrimmage and can only rush up for a gain of only 1 or 2 on the play.
Yeah, Coleman doing a nice job. They're actually going to mark it.
Yeah, about a gain of 3,
Yeah.
actually.
They're going to be near a first down here, and I'd imagine they go back to Coleman here, who's done a nice job so far this drive. But you never know. Parton has had a nice job throwing tonight. He has looked across the middle of the field so far a lot, and has been roughly successful.
This is a big play here for the Sharks defense because if they're able to get a loss on this play, the Titans would probably not go for it on this side of the field, and they'll be able to get the ball back in decent field position.
Yeah, Sharks showing some heat here too.
Yeah, they'll go with 3 wide receivers. Will the Titans 2 here on the bottom of your screen, but the give is to Coleman up the gut and a good second effort.
Oh, fumble.
Yeah, the ball came out.
Oh,
and
he's
Carden got on top of it, and now we get whistled. Forward progress stopped. They're saying it hit the ground, and it will be enough for a first down.
Man. Let's go to replay on that, David.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to see it well because it was just, like an 8-car pile up there, but we'll see if we can make some sense out of this.
I think it was an early whistle.
Yeah,
Dave.
either way, the whistle did not blow until, well after forward progress was stopped. But let's see. He's fighting, and, I think the ball came out late.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, you're right. Harder to see that live,
Right.
but as we slow it down, we can see a good call by the referees.
Yeah, and really harder to see because we didn't really know who the ball carrier was, coming out of that scrum. But once we got a good look at it, it became pretty clear. So it moves the sticks here with just over 3 minutes to go in the first half. The Titans appear to be in no hurry, but it will be Parton going back to pass. This time he's got good time, and he's going to throw that one away.
Yeah, Parton had enough time to try to find a receiver, but Sharks did a nice job on the defensive side covering all spots. And Parton had to roll out to his right and throw it out of bounds. 3 minutes left to play, 2nd and 10. Your Jersey Sharks lead 12-8.
Right, exactly 3 minutes to go. And
see this lightning now, Dave. Let's
Really?
hope it's not like the NFL where they called a lightning delay for the first time in ever. Maybe I've
right.
never seen an NFL lightning delay as the first game of the year. Eagles versus Dallas,
Right.
but I have seen a couple strikes now, and that was the biggest one.
yeah, you got a better look at it than I did. I'm a little bit more recessed into our box here. We are covered personally, the 3 of us here at PDF Sports Network, including our cameras, which is good, but we are exposed to the elements here in the open air kind of terrace, which for the first time has allowed us to broadcast live here at Edison Jets Field. Before that, we had to do it via tape delay from the opposite side of the field. But here we go, 2nd down and 10. The give is going to be underneath, and getting put down hard after a gain of only 2, once again, was Dudley. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and long.
Yeah, the mix of Dudley and Coleman so far by the Titans has been pretty interchangeable, both running it a lot today and finding a little bit of some success. Coleman had a nice first couple plays of this drive, finding himself for a 1st down. Now Dudley looking to do the same as he gets about 2 yards there.
And something to think about, too, is the Sharks have all 3 of their timeouts left. You can see the time on your screen here winding down. The Titans will have to run another play before the 2-minute warning, but if they're short here, they'll get an automatic stoppage for the 2-minute warning, and then the Sharks will have 3 timeouts to try and do something offensively. But they'll have to get a stop here on 3rd and 8.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they play this last 2 minutes here.
Clock winding down. I believe they did have to call a play before the 2-minute warning, but apparently not. So it will stop at 2 minutes, and we'll see what happens here. But this is a big play coming up.
Yeah, I wonder, Dave, if they're going to try to go the distance, go 65 yards down the field, or if they kind of just run out the clock and see if the Sharks will use their timeouts, which I'm sure they would. But barring a 1st down and the usage of timeouts, I think the Titans may just try to run this one out, see what they can get, maybe get lucky, pull a little magic out of their hat. But we'll see here as we come to the first 2-minute timeout of the game.
While we have the break, we'll flash up our final standings in the MLF, and you can see the Sharks, the number 1 seed, but the number 2 and 3 seeds, the Virginia Mustangs and the River City Spartans, they're playing as well. We don't have an update from that game, and if you folks do, of course, you could drop it in the chat. But the Moco Titans and the Eagles finished 4th and 5th. The Eagles actually finished 4th. The Titans finished 5th at 3 and 5. But those 2 teams played in a 1-game playoff in order to play the Sharks, and you see the rest of the MLF in tow. But that 2-3 game should be a spectacular one as well on the other side of this bracket, and when we get an update on that, we'll let you know.
Both teams looking for glory here, looking to reach that championship match.
Big play here on 3rd and 8. Sharks look to bring pressure, now back off, and will rush only 4, it looks like, unless they bring in heat from the right side. They back off, they rush 4. Parton gets flushed out, and he is going to gain the edge. He'll have enough for the 1st down. Makes a move at the 45-yard line, taken down there, but they'll move the sticks. And now the Titans have to be strategic about whether or not they want to hustle it up here under 2 minutes to go.
And it's interesting, we're in 2-minute down territory here, minute 30 almost, and Parton goes to his coach on the sideline every time, and that's just taking a lot of time. So that's why I kind of think they're just going to kind of let it run out here
and take a shot,
and
maybe
see what they can get, but nothing special. I don't think I'm obviously not rushing here as 20 seconds have gone off the clock.
Yeah, I am surprised, though, that the Titans are not at least trying to get at least another 5 or 10 yards here, Cam. Get your 5-10 yards, stop the clock, and then you can heave it down the field and try for the end zone. They just don't look like they have a lot of urgency here at all.
And they still have a timeout, too. If they connected on one of these long passes and had a timeout, you're working with the minute within 30 yards. And we've seen both teams be able to throw it mildly well.
They do go 4 wide, but they give it up the middle for no gain on the play. And now with 45 seconds left, the Sharks will not stop the clock. And the Titans look like they're in no hurry.
Now they're going to rush it up a little bit here. Parton signaling to his offense that boom, 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 we got to go.
There's no reason why you wouldn't make the most of these final seconds here, at least by throwing one down the field. Instead, they go in the middle of the field. Good coverage and broken up nicely that time by Dion McNeil Sr.
Yeah, McNeil did a nice job getting his arm in there on that throw by Parton, and it goes incomplete. 23 seconds left here, 3rd down.
Now, there is rain, a heavy misting rain here. Makes us happy that we're inside.
Oh, hallelujah, Dave.
That would be the end of our broadcast if we were outside in the elements, because it's coming down pretty heavy here. Hard to see it on your screen, but it's like a very heavy mist out there, and it's coming straight down. 3rd down and 11 here with 23 seconds to go. Titans with 1 timeout, minimal pressure, and the throw is made to White, and White steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. That will be enough for the first down.
See, and now the Titans are threatening, and they're getting into that long throw range, which is why it's just crazy to me that they took off 30 seconds, not hurrying up after the first play. But now they're kind of threatening, and they'll have a chance to heave it down. They still have a timeout left. We'll see this throw here from Parton over to his right side.
Yeah, and now if you're the Sharks, you have some decisions to make too, because now do you just rush 3 and allow Parton to kind of rear back and get a good throw off here? Do you bring an extra guy? How many guys do you sit back? And you have to be very careful not to take a penalty here on a pass interference. They rush 4, and Parton has all day. Now in the flat to White. White makes a move, and with under 10 seconds to go, dances out at about the 35-yard line. Gain of 6.
Titans are threatening. Parton had a lot of time there. Good coverage there from his offensive line, allowing Parton to have time to look down the field, but ended up having to go a little bit of slant action to his receiver, and they pick up about 5 yards.
Well, unless they run something quick here, Cam, just to get 5 or 6 yards, this is probably going to be the last play.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, unless it's an incompletion. But if they run a play in the field of play, they might have a chance to stop the clock, but they do have that one timeout. But I think if you're the Titans, you have to take a shot here at the end zone.
May as well. Maybe you'll get 2 shots.
No, I would agree with that.
And it's far.
They are going to go heavy at the top of your screen. 3 wide receivers. Make that 4 wide receivers.
Does Parton have a 35-yard heaving in him?
Right.
We'll see.
Will he get the time? Will his receivers get the time to run that route? They rush forward, do the Sharks. Parton in the middle of the field. The catch is made. Will they run out of time? They are going to call a timeout. I believe
think that they should have time. I saw head coach signal in for a timeout.
No, and that will do it. I think that they called the end of the half. Unless
I think I saw far referee give the timeout. Titans.
Okay, so 1 second left. They're going to put 1 second on the clock, and I don't believe that that was a first down. Okay, so but it's almost the same, Cam, as like having an untimed down right now.
Yeah.
Because here we go, and now they're only 30 yards away. So
they got that 5 extra yards to make it a little easier, but Parton looked downfield again for a receiver, and they just couldn't get there. But now, with no worry about the clock, and like you said, basically an untimed play here, hopefully the offensive line will give him good protection, for Parton to let his receivers get down the field, and hopefully he can go for a 30-yard heave there. The Titans would love that, Dave.
And the Sharks, you could see, have donated a lot of resources to their secondary.
They
1,
sure
2,
have.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 8, I should say, defensive backs in the game just about, and pretty much all lined up at a line at about the 10-yard line. And they go heavy to the Titans at the top of your screen. 4 wide receivers in that area. The heave in the end zone, bobbled and intercepted. And it was intercepted by Carden. It matters little, as that will end the first half, an eventful one, and we are through 2 here with our score, the Sharks holding fast to their 4-point lead.
I actually thought that one had a chance. There's about 3 receivers there within the mix of that ball. But like you said, Sharks come in and come away with the interception there to end the first half. The Sharks up 12-8.
Yeah, before we throw it a break, we'll get one more look at it and see.
There was receivers there, and I thought, oh shoot, are we seeing it?
It was put in a good place. Let's put it that way. And
it's in the end zone.
Yeah, and a little bit of a tip drill there is always dangerous. But nevertheless, our score is 12-8. The Jersey Sharks lead here at halftime. What we will do is send it to a long break here for halftime. We do want to mention that the 8s, 9s, 11s, and 12-year-olds of the Edison Jets are being honored on the field. So when we come back, we will get you some of that. And we'll have a 2-minute highlight reel for the Edison Jets as well coming up in just a moment. So I just want to see if they're going to put the Jets on the field now, Cam, and maybe we'll just leave our camera on and then go to break.
I'll tell you what, number 67 for the Jets. No short sleeves and shorts.
That's a
man right there.
That's a future Shark right there.
Yes, it is.
All right, we're going to throw it a break here as we honor the Edison Jets here at halftime. Your halftime score, Jersey Sharks 12 and the Moco Titans 8.
Central Jersey.
These talking out of their neck, don't put no puffing out of your mouth. I'm way too paranoid for it.
Stop trying to hit people. Cut the interception and end the game.
Then you better watch out next year.
We'll be back.
10 years on 3.
That's all.
1, 2, 3.
Luzio chromotherapy lighting is a groundbreaking innovation from Bain Ultra. In the past, the lights were mounted on the surface of the bathtub. That is all history. Bain Ultra, as usual, came through and introduced LED lighting built into the walls of the bathtub. So when they are not in use, they're invisible. Once you activate or turn on, they shine through and they're translucent through the acrylic shell to give you that wonderful LED experience.
Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's comfort provider since 1987. With over 100 factory-trained service and installation personnel and a fleet of over 100 vehicles, we are able to service our customers faster and more effectively than our competitors. Our team of customer care professionals are always on call for an in-home consultation. If you and your family are in need of an installation or service completed by expert technicians, done professionally and efficiently, you need Edison Heating and Cooling. It's what we do.
Life can be beautiful. It can be full of moments of joy and happiness. But sometimes those moments can be interrupted by an accident over which we have no control. Although we can't control everything in life, we can't control your choice of an attorney if you or a family member has been injured. We will listen to you. We will fight hard for you. We will do our best to get the best possible recovery. Let Lombardi Law fight for you.
Para to ki amo vekje I provo liga se ste ponaut. Baba belonga. Esta canzone è per te. Dimmi come le explico mi destino che non sta sai. Dimmi come guardi para distraerme de este frenesí. De esta locura que siento por ti. Con esta química que se hace en mí. Io non posso che, non posso che. Nena discúlpame si te ilusioné, yo no lo quise hacer. Sé que el amor cuando es real se vuelve. Pero cómo olvidar tu piel y cómo olvidarte mujer. Yo no puedo caer, yo no puedo caer. Baby no me gusta tanto mi último beso, así que guárdalo. Que la próxima vez te lo deje haciéndolo, haciéndotelo así.
A client should choose Lombardi & Lombardi for their employment law cases because we are aggressive, we're dedicated, we know the laws, and we get good results. Lombardi & Lombardi has handled a wide range of employment law cases, anywhere from sexual harassment to wrongful termination, termination due to sex, age, religion, race. We've handled a wide array of cases dealing with employment law. If an employee has been injured on the job, that is more of a workers' compensation issue, and you'd have to talk to one of our workers' compensation attorneys about that, and we do have several attorneys that handle workers' compensation. If an employee has been terminated due to a prohibited or an illegal reason, we can file a wrongful termination lawsuit against the employer, and we can ask for damages, which may include lost wages, past and future. It could be asking to reinstate your position or a similar position, and also monetary damages. There's also certain portions of employment law where your employer would have to pay for attorney's fees as well. If you've been terminated due to discrimination at work, please call Lombardi & Lombardi and let us help you.
Welcome back here to Edison Jets Field in Edison, New Jersey. PDF Sports Network welcoming you back into coverage here, halftime between the Jersey Sharks and the Moco Titans. David Pizzuto alongside Cam Williams. And earlier today, during pregame, we got a chance to speak to head coach Lou Moa, and we got a chance to speak to the heart and soul of this Jersey Sharks team, Tom Zorino. Tom was nice enough to join us during pregame. We didn't get a chance to air it because of how quick things got underway here in Edison. But here with our pregame interview with Tom Zorino, let's throw it down field side. All right, Cam, I am here with Tom Zorino. Tom, you've been with this team from the jump, man. You've been here for a long time. Tell me about what this means for you guys here, semifinals of the MLF right here on your home field.
This is probably all we can ever ask for is just an opportunity to play in games like this, right? I tell all the guys, you don't get a lot of these opportunities to play in games like this, so don't take it for granted. It's got to be about effort tonight, Dave.
And Tom, I've seen you do just about a little bit of everything off of this team. I've seen you catch some balls, throw some balls, do some holding. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about what makes you that X factor and that grease that gets the wheels going sometimes.
I've been in this game a long time, Dave, right? So I do whatever I can just to get on the field, right? If it's playing quarterback, catching passes, holding, kicking, running down on special teams, I love the game. I love to play it, right? It doesn't matter as long as I'm on this green grass, I'm good to go.
Absolutely. And I asked Coach the same question, but, you played against this team twice this season, scrappy team, good team. They came off a really good win last week. Tell me about some of the things that they do that you guys are going to have to be aware of and going to have to get through in order to win.
We're going to have to do a better job this week of pass protection. We're going to have to do a better job of moving the line of scrimmage, right? We want to reestablish that line of scrimmage a couple yards up so that our outstanding backs have places to go, right? And we got to give Tariq time. When he has time to throw, he's the most dangerous QB in the league.
Absolutely.
And we have probably the 5 best wide receivers on the East Coast.
No doubt about it. Yes. Tom, it's a pleasure talking to you. Good luck tonight.
See you.
All right, you got it. That's Tom Zorino. Cam, we will throw it back up to you. All right, that was our pregame talk with Tom Zorino, and it was great to catch up with him. The Jersey Sharks are at halftime here. They're coming back onto the field, and you could see some of the guys greeting our Sharks are members of the Edison Jets. Now, during halftime, they honored the 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 11-year-olds, and 12-year-olds of the Edison Jets. Central Jersey champions are these Edison Jets, and this is a great youth organization as well. So we talk so much, Cam, about semi-pro, obviously. College sports college football is starting to die down now. We're starting to get into the bowl conversation. High school season, our season ended last night, but the youth teams here in Jersey, especially all over the state, but here in the Central with the Edison Jets, fantastic football that goes on here, beginning in the fall and ending now as well. So we can't overlook some of the youth sports going on here, and the Jersey Sharks doing a great job as an organization of recognizing the youth organization here, the Edison Jets.
Yeah, that's where it all starts, Dave. Am I right? You got all these guys, all these Jersey Sharks, all these Moco Titans, every NFL player, they all started one day being that 8, 9, 10, 11-year-old kid winning the Central Jersey Division champs or whoever. And we saw him here high-fiving the Jersey Sharks. The champions high-fiving possible and potential champions too. It's all full circle, Dave, and it's great that the Jersey Sharks had them come out. The Edison Jets, Central Jersey champions. It's just a great thing to see, bringing in the community feel. And the Jersey Sharks have done that so well, and all these Edison Jets kids getting their medals for what they won, right, which is a championship. So it's just a good night to see all the kids running around having fun and seeing some good football tonight, Dave.
Yeah, and they get to aspire to do something like this when they get a little bit older, and they got treated to a really good first half so far.
Absolutely.
We should mention weather-wise that the whatever was in the air, whatever precipitation was in the air, seems like it's gone. So that's a good thing. There's no lightning strikes in the area either.
Keep you posted if I see it, Dave.
Things
I got a good eye for them, I
predominantly
guess.
clear. Cam Williams, our resident meteorologist here. But really, you're the one who really pointed it out, and it was a real thick mist that came down.
It came down quick, too. It was kind of light for a while, and then it came in.
But it is clear now, so that's a good thing. And we're almost ready to go with the second half. And the Moco Titans will be getting the ball first to catch something in improbably. But the Sharks did hold. And really, with the exception of that one short distance drive, the Sharks defense has been pretty good.
Yeah, they've been near exceptional, if I must do so say myself. But the Titans are a team that will fight and break you down, and they've done that. And they found their way to cash in, off that blocked, or I guess you could say botched or blocked punt, whatever you want to say. But nonetheless, the Titans cashed in. But other than that, the Sharks have done a phenomenal job, slowing these Titans down, not letting them get too much yards. The Titans have gotten a couple first downs here and there. But for the most part, really besides that great field position that they had about the 27-yard line, the Sharks have done a great job, not letting the Titans get within striking distance or even getting into the red zone for that matter. The closest they got since the touchdown was that 35-yard heave that they had to do, which almost, it was a good attempt, but, it's not nothing like the Titans have been dominant versus Jersey Sharks defense. I think it's been the other way around.
Yeah, it has, and definitely something that we paid attention to in the first half that you all should pay attention to in the second half. Fourth down offense. Both of these teams were exceptional on fourth downs.
Perfect.
In fact, both teams scored a touchdown on a fourth down in this game, and penalties were a big part of, staggering drives, throwing a wrench into plans, and we've seen them on both ends. So neither team, and whichever team wins those intangibles might have the edge here in half number 2. And it's essentially, Cam, anybody's half, right? Whoever plays better in this second half is probably going to win this game, and the Titans are going to have the first chance on it. End-over-end kick picked up at the 20-yard line and taking past the 30 to the 40. One man to beat and slowed down enough to get him down at the 30-yard line, and a great return to start things off for the Moco Titans.
And the best return of the night. We've seen some good returns from Fisher on the Sharks side, but the Titans come in heavy there with a huge return. Nearly 60 yards, I want to say. Close, very close to 60 yards, and that's a way to start the first half there. I mean, my goodness. Titans pick it up and barrel through, and he finds himself with incredible space. Nearly gets tripped up there and then pushes through and finds himself, but finally the Jersey Sharks corral him and take him to the ground. But man, what a start for the Titans to start off this second half after coming off of a first half, which they played well and they had a chance in their last drive. But man, that's a way how you want to start a second half in the semifinal game, Dave.
1,000%, and that is a great start here to this second half of play. A great return, and their one scoring drive was 26 yards, and now they get to start at the Sharks' 32.
They're essentially there again, Dave.
Exactly. Can't ask for anything better. White is in motion left to right. Parton will get it into the flat and finds the wide out. That'll be number 4 on the play. Maybe it was 14 Hicks who made it. Missed the first digit. A gain of 3, a very eventful 3-yard gain.
Sure was, but Parton and the Titans are going to try to find themselves quickly with the first down, hopefully, and then look to move into the end zone territory, red zone.
Still an interesting choice on first down to throw the ball in the flat there. This is a team that has done a lot of running so far, especially on first down. James Dudley is the running back in the backfield right now, and the Titans will go with 4 wide receivers spread out, 2 to each side. Once again, White is in motion left to right. Ends up in the slot. The give is underneath to Dudley, and Dudley is put down hard, no gain. James Bethea in there again.
Yeah, the Sharks did a nice job defending that one, and we mentioned it before this half even started that they have done a phenomenal job throughout this game.
Yeah, Kenny Cross was in there on the tackle as well for the Sharks. Even if he got a half a yard, it'll remain 3rd down and 7 here on this play.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's going to be 4th down territory again for sure. We've seen them punt a couple times now, but when they're in, threatening distance and near the red zone, they're going to go for it for sure. And like we've said all game, it's been the I guess you could say theme almost.
Right.
These teams are perfect on 4th down, Dave.
Exactly. And until you could show that you could stop a team on 4th down, why not go for it? And
absolutely.
We've seen 4th and 10s, 4th and 17. The Sharks converted on one. Now we get some movement. And did they time that perfectly? Because there are no flags down. 4th down.
Absolutely got blown up in the Sharks defensive lineman. I'm trying to grab a number on who that was, but he blew up the Titans offensive line there, and that is a major loss of yards, nearly 10 downs. And like you said, the PA announcer said he timed it perfectly.
Well, let's see. Did he indeed? He's off.
He went
he's
off.
Offside.
So a missed call by the referees, but I guess he was close in a sense. It's always easier to say it when we're in slow motion.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But nonetheless, Jersey Sharks come away with a huge play that they got a little bit of help on, obviously, but Titans going to look to overcome that. We're going to see a 4th and long here, about 4th and 14, as the Titans are now going to have to go for their longest 4th down try of the game, Dave.
Yes, it is. They have converted on 4th and 7, 4th and 8 in that range, but this is 4th down and 14 legitimately. That's a tough play on 3rd down, because if that play is actually called, now you're looking at a 4th and 2.
Yeah.
Instead, now it's 4th and 14. 5 wide receivers. Parton, and now we have flags, and Bethea destroys Parton on that play. The whistle has blown this play dead a long time ago.
Yeah, that's got to be.
And the Sharks are really lucky. They don't get a flag there for taking down Parton hard.
I think there definitely should be a flag. I'm sure the referees and officials are going to talk about it possibly
And
that was a very late tackle, and the play was blown dead almost immediately.
Well, it was blown dead, but for what? Let's see here. Now we're going to follow the white hat. He's on the right of your screen, and oh my goodness,
it's going to be on the Titans.
Yeah, it's on the Titans.
Not even outweighing calls. So
like
the Sharks did not get penalized.
Formation penalty.
Yeah, Sharks did not get penalized for the super late hit there. So possibly another break. As we see James Bethia now kind of almost limping off the field. We'll hope he's all right. Possibly just a little bit of soreness, but stretch it out.
And that changes it from going for it to now punting it.
Yeah, you
at
almost
the
got to.
46-yard line. Yeah,
you lose
don't
10
hate
yards
it.
like that, 15 yards. You don't want to get into even more trouble and then give up good field position for the Sharks, who have done a good job defending so far and have shown their strengths on offense as well. So the Titans will elect to punt it now after 2 penalties.
Yep.
Shooting themselves in the foot after an incredible kick return to open up this second half.
And the Sharks put some heat on this punt, but it is
pretty good punt.
Got off nicely, yep, and the Sharks will stay away from it, and it will
very good punt.
Be allowed to get down at about the 3.5-yard line. So, heck, you're going to opt to punt from your the opponent's 46. That's what you want to get out of it right there. So, job well done by the Titans, who got a little unlucky on that drive with that offsides from the defense that wasn't called. Then they hurt themselves and compounded things with another penalty. But all things considered, on their first offensive drive of the game, they're able to switch the field, Cam, and the Sharks have to start from the shadows of their own goalpost.
Yeah, no, essentially they made it a little hard on themselves with that drive. Couple penalties, missed penalties as well, not helping them at all. But they have a chance with that punt by the special teams punter there that sets the Sharks back to their on the 2nd-yard line. They have to go 98 yards here. Probably not the worst thing in the world for the Titans. They'll eat a little bit of this clock up, but we're still with a lot of time left, and they're only down 4 here, Dave.
Yep. Officially spotted at the 3-yard line because our first down marker's at the 13. And they'll go heavy in the backfield now. Jones is back in there. I think Stewart might be the up man, although he's been shielded off my screen. You see the Titans creeping up, and they are donating resources at the line of scrimmage. Jones gets taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Might have been able to pull ahead for a gain of 1, but that's about it.
Titans still defending Jones pretty good throughout the night. Jones typically carries for about 8 yards each time he carries, but tonight he's had 2 very nice drives. One play was 5 yards for the touchdown. The first play of the game was 9 yards for him. But other than that, he's ran the ball a couple times tonight and just got blown up right in the line of scrimmage, really.
And you just see, 8 guys in the box and then a 9th guy coming in from the corner. That's going to be really tough.
The Titans have stacked the box throughout the entire night, and they've done a good job doing it. But then that begs the question. They've gotten blown in the safety coverage a couple times tonight, a couple times pretty big.
Right.
The one being on a 4th and 12 touchdown for a 50-yard touchdown.
It's Hemingway who's the up back and Jones who's the tailback here next to Smith. Otherwise, 3 wide receivers. And Smith is going to go back to pass on a timing pattern. Ooh. Good play defensively that time.
Number 9.
Yeah, that was a good play by Bryant, I believe, Alan Bryant.
Yeah, Alan Bryant, another good job there. We almost saw him with the interception on a tipped play earlier in the game near the end zone on the Sharks, who end up scoring a touchdown on that drive. But Bright comes in again. Great tip, just out of the reach to be able to make a catch and go for an interception, which would have been huge. But now we're 3rd and 10 for the Sharks, who each time, Tyreek Smith, he's got to get the ball out quick here. We'll take another look here. Look at Bright extending his arm in there to get that ball away and miss for an incomplete. But Tyreek Smith, the play you got to wonder about here is, do the Titans bring a lot of pressure and try to go for a safety, or do they bring a couple guys back and ensure that Smith cannot find anybody past that 10-yard line and get him a first down?
Yeah, and I think the key here is not to let him extend the play. Where breakdowns have happened, where trouble has happened for this Titans team is when Smith has been able to extend the pocket. He'll get some help as far as protection. The Titans want a penalty. There was, again, a little bit of movement, but this is a good pocket. And now all the way down the field, and it's a little bit overthrown in the direction of Fisher.
Yeah, we were just talking about it. If Tyreek Smith can get enough time to look down the field, there might be a good opportunity there. And that was another 50-yard throw nearly that just was out of his reach of the wide receiver. We'll take another look here. Great pass protection here on Tyreek Smith, and he just launches it down to the 45-yard line and just out of reach, and that would have been an easy-going touchdown.
Yeah, and again, you just wonder. We don't have 6 different cameras that can follow guys, but you just wonder how Fisher is allowed to get so wide open.
He didn't have a defensive man within 7 yards at least.
And no safety in the neighborhood at all. But the Titans get away with one there. Otherwise, that would have been a 97-yard touchdown hookup.
Not too bad, huh?
Yeah. I'll tell you, Smith can sling it, though. I mean, that was 50 yards in the air, and that was a perfect spiral.
They're going to punt it off here.
Yeah, Krosky, who, remember, had one partially blocked. That one is sky high. Straight up in the air. It's muffed, and getting on it enough to get possession was White.
A.J. White almost sometimes you just got to let that ball hit if you're not too sure about grabbing it, especially in this colder weather. But A.J. White falls on top of it. And once again, the Titans are going to get some good field position here. Not the greatest punt, but it got it out of the red zone. Let's take another look here. Punter for the Sharks.
Yeah, Krosky. And it was a straightaway punt because, again, the heat was coming, and he knew he had to get rid of it. And so it was a little bit unorthodox here for White to play it, but that was almost a disaster.
Yeah, he kind of played behind it a little bit, and then it was like, oh, snap.
Yeah.
It's 2 yards in front of me. And then sometimes at that point when you realize, oh, man, it's not coming to my hand. Sometimes you got to back off and take the 5-yard roll, or maybe roll the dice and get another 5 yards bonus.
Yeah, especially when it hits off your shin. You know, you run the risk of it going too far ahead of you. And got a little lucky that time. In the flat, the throw is completed, but nothing is there, and a loss of 3 on the play.
Yeah, another low throw there by Parton, but receiver gets it and tries to make an attempt there, but Sharks came down with that one.
Yeah, that was definitely number 4, who we do not have on our roster.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was just about to mention it. We got these rosters late.
Yeah, we do have a Jonathan Johnson without a number on our roster, but we just can't take for granted that that's him. So it'll be 2nd down and 13 after the 3-yard loss on the play. And again, when Parton has been successful throwing the ball, it's been to the middle of the field predominantly.
He's looked for those check down plays short to his left and right, but now we got Coleman getting blown up, but now he finds his way, and he's through the middle.
Good move by Coleman. He moves laterally to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit further up, a gain of 4 officially, and now some pushing and shoving at the end of the play.
Yeah, Coleman got decked there immediately, but he bounced back and found his way to the middle of the field, good for about 5 yards there. What could have been not disastrous, but a return of nothing. He turned it into 5 yards there. Good job by Coleman there.
100%. You could see he just gets dinged up right at the line of scrimmage, I think by his own guy, just backed up into him, and then looked like he had a little bit of room right there, but just couldn't gain the edge after popping off in the middle of the field. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 from the 27-yard line, 28-yard line, I should say. And a big play here.
Yeah, and once again, I should mention that this is most likely 4 down territory.
Absolutely. Unless, of course, they go backwards a ton as well.
Right.
Like the last drive. Good pressure here. But the time, Parton has it. Just nothing materializing, and Parton's going to get put down for a heavy loss and a sack of 7 yards.
Well, we talk about the loss of the yards there again. Is it 4 down territory? Now you lose 7 yards. It's like, do you punt it or do you go for it? You know, they're at the 35-yard line of the Sharks. But now it begs the question, do they go bring on the punting team? Or do they go for a nice prayer and hope God answers?
Well, it's 4th and 16 now. And again, for the 2nd straight time, the Titans have gone backwards, starting out in Sharks territory. And maybe on the last drive they were a little bit unlucky. This time the Sharks did a great job of just, tightening up, and they're going to force another punt here by Jason Carson, the wide receiver, number 16. Got off a really good punt the last time he was on the field.
Yeah, no, I mean, you mentioned it best. I mean, the Sharks have had a great job on the defensive side tonight, minus the one drive that the Titans scored on. But low snap here, and they just get the punt off.
It's a good punt again, and it's going to take a nice enough bounce where this is going to get downed at about the 6-yard line. So they do their job again, does Carson. And
now on the 8-yard line
Yeah.
about. And, Titans, nothing too hard, nothing too short, just about right.
And we are about midway through this third quarter. 7:08 to go. The Sharks about to go on their second drive of the second half. The first drive started at the 3. This is going to start just inside the 8-yard line, so about the 7-yard line here. And the Sharks are going to have to move down the field. Otherwise, they risk having to punt the ball away and the Titans starting again in Sharks territory. But right now, all the credit goes to the Sharks defense in this half.
Absolutely.
Every play has been on the Sharks side of the field.
They have been the unsung hero of tonight's game so far. Now it's going to be up to the offense and Tyreek Smith to try to get them a little more points and a little more leeway.
Yep, and again, it will be Stephen Jones in the backfield. This time to Smith's left side. Long snap count here. Smith doesn't seem in any rush. Now, there it is, and the underneath give. And again, I just don't know if the exchange was missed, and it was. It's turned over. Titans football.
Wow, and the Titans come out and come away with it. And they're going to be on the, I believe he's marked down, but still, nonetheless, he's going to be within 5 yards of the end zone at least, and that is a huge play by the Titans. Let's take a look at it.
It's the exchange again. This is the second or third time that this exchange has been flubbed. Now it's in super slow motion, so we can see where it goes wrong. Yeah, and it just never gets there. It's
just
like
the fourth time.
Right.
It happened two times in the first
Well, it happened
drive.
twice on a pitch and twice on the handoff. But you're right. That's the fourth time that that ball's been loose.
Yeah, Jones and Smith have just been off on, getting each other the ball today. And this time it really hurts them as the Titans are in incredible field position here.
First and goal. I mean, 2 yards away.
Just an incredible job by the Titans defense. I was just saying how good the unsung hero of the Sharks defense. Now it might be the Titans here. If they can come away with a touchdown 2 yards away, I'm sure that we're going to see Coleman getting the ball here, or possibly Parton running in and taking him himself, rolling out to the left or to the right and finding an open hole.
Yeah, and something you have to be careful of if you're the Titans here, you do not want to go backwards. You do not want to pick up a penalty. You don't want to get stuffed for a 3 or 4 yard loss, and they need to hurry up to the line of scrimmage because the play clock is winding down here.
Yeah, 7:03 left to play in this third quarter, and the Titans are striking. Let's see if they can connect here.
A bunch backfield as well. Everybody at the line. It's going to be a keeper, and the Sharks are there. Great job penetrating the offensive line. No gain whatsoever. There was no room for Parton to get through that.
Yeah, Parton went with the QB sneak, trying to fight his way through the middle of the box there, but the defensive line from the Sharks just been incredible all night. The O-line for the Titans has been serviceable for sure. Let's take another look at it. I mean, right away, I'm sure the Sharks saw that Parton was lined up. I mean, right on his offensive lineman that we're going to look for a QB sneak there. Now they got marched back maybe half a yard. They're still within 2 yards of the end zone here. I'd imagine they go to Coleman.
Yeah, I would think so too, but actually it is not Coleman in the backfield. It is big number 44, Marvin Weems. He's in the backfield. And he is going to get it, bouncing off right tackle and put down. 4 Sharks in the area. The first one there to him was number 16, Deion McNeil Sr. 3rd and goal coming up.
Deion McNeil Sr. coming down with another big play of the game, and they read that run by Weems very nice. I mean, like you said, they had 3 or 4 guys right on him, and led by McNeil Sr., and they're going to look to do some damage here and continue to not let the Titans get any closer. You bring in the big guy, Weems, coming in to run number 44 and just blown up by McNeil Sr. and the rest of the Jersey Sharks defense there.
Yeah.
Just an incredible job. They got to defend this 2 more times. It'll be interesting to see maybe the Titans go to a throw play here. I mean, you never know. They're getting shut down on the run, but they still have 2 more downs to do it. So it is not pressurized anymore right now. You don't have to panic, but at some point, you got to make a play, and it's got to be a big one. They have to cash in on this drive here.
It's a great job by Carden, too, at the edge to assist on that play. They'll go with Weems again still in at running back, but this time Parton in the middle. It's deflected. Hit up into the air, incomplete. Oh, it just
They got lucky there.
so close.
Titans did elect to throw the ball there, but it gets tipped immediately and somehow didn't get picked up. I don't know how. It kind of just fell through the hands, but Titans get lucky with that one. But now they are on their last down and last opportunity to get into the end zone on this one. Let's take another look.
Yeah, this is the same play I think they ran for the 2-point conversion, if you remember, Cam. That was wide open earlier in the play. It's just the tight end.
I mean, he was there too. It would have been close. There was good coverage on him.
Bang play.
There was definitely good coverage on him. He had a little bit of an edge, but then he got that edge closed pretty quickly. But that was a nice job by the defensive lineman to raise his left hand and defend that. It's going to be fourth down here, Dave.
Yeah.
Possibly the biggest play of the night.
And what did we say? Watch the fourth downs in this second half.
Yeah, you're right.
Both teams were perfect in half number one. Parton all the way
and
wide open in the end zone. Touchdown. It was number 4.
We don't have.
We do not have.
But number 4, touchdown. And it's going to be a touchdown. Huge throw by Parton. And the fourth down perfection is still intact, Dave. A huge touchdown there by the Titans. Man, they now take the lead 14-12. And on the last play of the drive, they connect on this. Let's take another look. Parton steps back in, and we see a nice route there as he cuts back inside, and it's touchdown for number 4. And number 21.
Yeah, Kareem Stewart was hot.
Yeah, he was hot. Possible blown coverage there. But, man, the Titans find a way, and it's those fourth downs. Like, maybe you should just start taking an each to the fourth down at this point, Dave.
Well, I was going to say, it doesn't really matter what you do on the first 3 downs in this game. Here's the 2-point conversion, just as big. When you think about it, try and go up by more than just the 2 points. I think they broke the plane there. Yes, indeed. 2 points in traffic. And the Sharks really don't have much of a field goal kicking game, but it's moot now. They need to score a touchdown in order to overtake the lead.
Yeah, and if you really just look at it, take a second to look at it, in every play where the Titans needed to make a play, barring it's a one drive, one play, either fourth down or 2-point conversions, they have a success rate of 100%, Dave. They are doing the things right when it matters the most. Let's take another look
here.
This
is a 2-point conversion. And in traffic, just a nice job to come down with it. Yep. I think
just
that's
barely
a good
found
call.
Himself in. Yeah, I believe he was in as well.
But we're going to back up to the touchdown as well. And we're not going to see the route developing. It happens on the bottom of your screen. But Kareem Stewart might have been kind of rubbed out of the play. You could see coming across down low was Coleman. He didn't look like he was even in the area, though, of number 4. And number 4 kind of just had the open beat there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and it looked like Stewart was actually possibly jawing at his own teammate, McNeil Sr., who made a big play earlier on in that drive. But they're going to look to defend this even better. Kareem Stewart's still going hot on the line right now as Coach corralling him.
Yeah, just, probably a breakdown in miscommunication and who's got who. But this Jersey Sharks defense has been excellent in the second period, but just on that one play. And, of course, it happens on a fourth down. That's just been the theme of the game. Both Titans touchdowns have come on fourth down conversions from in close. From the 15, and spilled down was Ronald Butler. Outside the 25, however, and the Sharks, at the very least, Cam, are going to have their best starting field position of the second half. They had to start at their own 3, their own 7. At least now they're beyond the 25.
Yeah, and there's a scuffle. Helmets off.
Yep. Right in the middle of your screen right now at the 40-yard line. Guys have to get unpeeled. But, listen, there's still plenty of time here, Cam. It's got just under 5 minutes to go here in the third. So I think if you're the Sharks, you really just can't panic at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
And it looked like after that touchdown, they kind of got, a little bit out of themselves. You see a little skirmish there at the 40-yard line. I think the Sharks just need to calm down and take a big breath here, get the air back in the lungs. It's basically a brand-new game, still a one-score game. We said it at halftime. The team that plays better in the second half is probably going to win this game, and there's still 20 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it. They have scored 310 points across 8 games this season. This offense can score. They've only let up 40 points all season.
Yep.
They're nearing, about half that this game alone, but this offense is why this team wins. You can say the same about the defense, who's done a good job, but they've been put in a bad position by the offense who let up a fumble on the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
But they can't panic. There is 20 minutes left in this game.
Good pressure by the Titans, but the throw out into the flat, and Butler's able to take it out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. A gain of 7 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, nice little catch there, and catch and run by Ronald Butler, getting himself about 5 yards there, and that's all the Sharks need to do. Chip away, chip away, chip away. It's a chip and a chair at this point. Make the play, get the first down. You do not need the long ball, but we know Tyreek Smith can haul that ball. I mean, we've seen him throw a 50-yarder.
And the Sharks are down in this game, but really it was the Titans on a 26-yard drive and a 2-yard drive. Those were the 2 touchdown scoring drives. Up the middle, Jackson now breaking one past the 40, just inside the 45-yard line of first down.
There you go. Keep getting the first downs, move the chains, and you will find yourself in good fortune. As the Jersey Sharks look to crawl back here, down 16-12, but 3:52 left in this third quarter. Plenty of time. Let's take another look.
Yeah, Rob Jackson, part of that, two-headed running back monster, hasn't had a lot of carries in this game. Most of them have gone to Jones. The Sharks in general really haven't run the football a whole heck of a lot. Of course, Smith has taken off with it as well. Jailbreak here. They'll go towards the sideline, and that one overthrown. A late hit on Smith in the backfield is going to lead to a penalty.
Yeah, and I'll say it again. I mean, I know they're going to get probably lucky here with the late flag there, and it looks like it's going to be on the Titans, I believe. We'll wait for the official call.
And while you look at that, Cam, I'm queuing up the replay, and indeed it would be a late hit. We'll see if we catch a little bit of the hit here as he let it go, and but we could just see that it was coming, and it's going to lead to an automatic first down and 15 yards. So,
yeah, I will say the only thing that I got to make mention of is that Tyreek Smith, his receivers are getting open here. They're breaking free of the defenders and the safeties on the Titans. His throws just a couple times now where you're seeing just out of reach by his receivers, and it could be a whole different ball game if those passes are 2 yards shorter.
They'll work in the flat. Again, this is Butler. The Titans wanted a hold there. I think they might have had a case, but it goes for minimal yardage, about 2 or 3 yards up the field. Call it a gain of 4 officially. 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Yeah, Butler has received the ball a lot tonight, and he's done a good job doing it. Big guy.
Let's see if the Titans had a case for holding here. Look on the bottom of your screen really quick. The wideout looking to make a block. We'll see if he got too much of the jersey here. A little bit. I don't mind letting it go.
Yeah, I would say maybe at the end you could slightly make an argument, but nothing too crazy to where it is a sure call.
I appreciate the no call there. I'm sure those of you at home watching appreciate that as well. Don't like to see a game bogged down by multiple flags as we have a whistle here and a timeout being called by the Titans.
They're going to look to set their defense here and try to hold off these Sharks who are now threatening and who have marched down the field pretty nicely so far. First down after first down. It's going to be up to Tyreek Smith. Try to will his team to a win here.
This third quarter coming down here to the waning moments. We are just over 2 minutes to play, and Titans calling a big timeout there. That's one that they might need a little bit later in this game. But they want to make sure that they get a hold here on the Sharks. And, again, the Sharks have gone more yards on this drive, Cam, than the Titans have on their 2 scoring drives. You know, and you said it. The offense really hasn't put the defense in really good positions in this game, and that's been one of the differences. So at the very least, even if the Sharks don't come out with points here, they've at least switched the field where now they can feel better about putting their defense back on the field here in this area of the field as opposed to inside their own red zone.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. We've seen when the Titans have to go the distance and have to go more than 50 yards, they have not succeeded so far. When they get a chance within 30 yards, which they've done twice now, they've scored touchdowns, Dave. So this is at the best right now. That's what they have going for them. But they'd like to connect here and cash in and get a touchdown and take the lead again.
2nd down and more like 7 on this play for the Sharks, coming out of the timeout called by the Titans. It's Jackson, the only running back, with Smith, and only Fisher up top of your screen. Everybody else here on the bottom of your screen. That's the direction Smith looks as well. Now in the middle of the field, can they catch up to it? And the catch is made by Fisher on the run. Touchdown, Sharks!
And it's Fisher with an absolutely dazzling touchdown. I mean, what a throw by Tyreek Smith on the run. Steps in through the pocket, and it's Fisher going full Superman on us, making an incredible catch in the end zone. A near 40-yard touchdown. Let's take another look at this. We see Tyreek Smith step into the back pocket. Great pass protection. Now he steps in, and boom, huge throw. And we see Fisher break free, and bang, a huge diving touchdown. And Fisher gets his second long touchdown of the game. Just an incredible job.
Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. And he almost had to turn around his body a little bit. Looked like, from left shoulder to right shoulder, and just did a great job. Smith throwing that kind of off of his back foot as well. 40 yards in the air. That was a gorgeous, gorgeous touchdown. One of the better ones you will see on the PDF Sports Network. Great look from Alex, our camera operator, to get us that look here. And now a 2-point conversion here to try to make it a 4-point game. The Sharks are 0 for 2 on these. Let's see what they have to offer us here. Motion and a low snap, and Smith can't do anything with it and eats it up. But the Sharks do what they have to do. They score a big touchdown to answer the Titans' touchdown and overtake the lead again.
At the end of the day, huge touchdown there, huge throw from Tyreek Smith. We'll take another look at it. I mean, beautiful pass protection by the offensive line. Really no trouble at all till the last second there, and Smith just unleashes it, and you just see Fisher, right into it. He broke free and had to go lay out full for it. But I will say, you get the touchdown, you take the lead. But now they are 0 for 3 on the 2-point conversion, and that's 6 points off the board that they could have.
Yep.
They could be up 8 points right now, or at the very least 6, securing one of those. And it's like, you took the lead, but the Titans are not out of this by any means.
Not at all.
They are within really 3 points if they go for a field goal, which their kicker has been pretty good. So you never know. We don't see it too often in these games, but nonetheless, this could be an 8-point game. Now it's only a 2-point game.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll see the field goal, if it's even on the table in a game like this. But
you never know.
But they're within distance, and it's with only a 2-point game, you're one play away from getting your way back. And we have had a very eventful second half here and third quarter. There's still 2 minutes to go here in this third. The Sharks on their third drive of the third quarter get back up on top.
And what makes the Sharks so electric is just the power in Tyreek Smith's arm. We've seen it a couple times this game, too, on some 40-yard touchdowns. And even before last half, he threw the ball 50 yards. He's got a rocket arm. And Punt on the other side, we've seen him throw it out. We saw him 35 yards to end the game, or end the first half. But, man, Smith is unleashing his arm today.
Absolutely. And showing off that arm strength, and for the Titans, they've been opportunistic to this point. Do they have another comeback in them? That one on the fly, taken just outside the 15, bounced off the turf, and gaining the 30-yard line were the Titans, and that's where they'll start this drive. And this is their worst starting field position of the second half, as that was Coleman on the run back.
Yeah, another slipped again a little bit. That's the second time slipping in the backfield, trying to get a kickoff return, But like you said, they are the farthest they have been, and they're going to have to try to go the distance, which they have struggled so far tonight doing, but they're going to have to do it now. At some point, 17 total minutes left to play in this game, you got to get down the field, or at least take off the clock and end this quarter and try to get at least to the 50-yard line.
Yeah, and if you're the Sharks, you're also sensing a big moment in the game for your team defensively, where if they can get a 3-and-out here, they'll get the ball back into their offense's hands, obviously with a head of steam already. And it's a big moment in the game and a big drive. Late stages of the third.
Yeah.
Good time, and that one dropped in the low zone. And it'll be second down.
Yeah, another one of those quick throws there from Parton, and just kind of couldn't come up with it as receiver in the middle of the field, which we have come to notice that's where he likes to throw the ball the most, and it's been pretty successful throughout the night.
Yeah, I believe that was number 16 or number 10. He was either Jordan Sincere.
I think it was 10.
Yeah, Jordan Sincere, listed as a safety. Right? Sincere Hill?
Yeah. Yep.
Second down and 10. 2:05 to go in the third quarter. 4 wide receivers, 3 on the near side here for the Titans. They'll run this time, and with a good head of steam, but the Sharks are there to make the play at the 35-yard line. They do pull ahead for 5 yards on the play, as Dudley once again had the carry.
Yeah, Dudley has done a serviceable job tonight for the Titans. Getting a couple yards when you need it. Sometimes you just need a couple yards to set up the passing play over the middle and get you that first down.
So third down and 6. Update that. After a 4-yard gain on second down. And again, you wonder if it's 4 down territory here. It's still very early, and you're only down by 2. I do not think they would go for it in this area of the field. But this is a big third down here. The Sharks looking to get the Titans into a 3-and-out. Parton all on the backfield, and is getting harassed. That ball stripped from his hands. Gets it back and is going to get put down for a huge sack. Back inside the 15-yard line. Cam, we're looking at about a 20-yard sack on that play.
Man, you should just punt it now. It's almost like you're going to have to really dig yourself out of a hole to get a first down here. Obviously, you're going to need at least 10 yards to try to make this a really good punting position on the 4th down. But, man, the Jersey Sharks absolutely blow up the Titans' offensive line, and they find Parton, and they knock him back 20 yards.
Yep, so the first down marker's at the 41-yard line, and they're going to spot this at the 20. So it's more like a 4th and 21 as they'll rule forward progress on the play. Him wrapped up at the 20, but obviously a punting situation here.
Yeah, you don't have to throw it with still a quarter left to play. I mean,
no, not at all.
You wouldn't even really want to throw it, having to go 20 yards and you're on your own 10 or whatever.
But this
15.
is perfect for the Sharks because they're going to get the ball back in really good field position. I actually think they can move up here on this punt a little bit, and it is a very short punt. It ends up into the hands of Fisher at the 45-yard line, but even still, Cam, not much of a run back, but doesn't need to be. The Sharks have the ball at the 42-yard line of the Titans to start another drive.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you need, really. You're now at the 42-yard line of enemy territory. We saw Fisher kind of muffed it. He might have had a little bit of room to run there to maybe get to the 30, but nonetheless, the Sharks are in great field position here to score their 2nd consecutive touchdown in consecutive drives, and that would really, make a divot and a possibility in this game that the Sharks could start to run with it and take this game.
One thing the Sharks have to do, though, is be smart here coming out of these scrums, because that was another instance where the coaching staff of the Sharks had to go out in the field and pull their guys back. And, it's both teams that are obviously engaged, but it costs the Sharks more, because if you just picked up a 15-yard penalty there, you're going to go backwards, you're going to go outside and back into your own end of the field. There was a penalty on the play that was declined by the Sharks, so they're going to take it from the Titans' 42-yard line. And what could be the final play of the third quarter if they decide to run the ball here.
Yeah, I think now that they hold a lead at least, especially when we get into this 4th quarter, we're going to see a little bit more run action from Stephen Jones and Rob Jackson, the 2 men in the backfield for the Sharks, who have done an incredible job. 8 touchdowns this season between the both of them. I think we can see them in the mix a little bit more now that they hold control of this game, especially in the 4th quarter when it's, time's winding down.
But it will be a throw to Butler. Butler stays in bounds, bounces at the 40-yard line, 35, down past the 30, and is finally plugged out of bounds right outside the 20-yard line, make it the 25. First down, Sharks.
And there goes Butler again, who's probably gotten the ball the most out of anyone. I mean, Butler's done a phenomenal job. Tim and Tyreek Smith have gone to that check down play on the right side multiple times tonight. We'll take another look at it. Oh, sorry, we just did.
No,
right?
no. It's playing on my end. It's not playing on.
Here we go. So we see the snap from Tyreek Smith instantly to Butler on the check down to the right side of the field, and Butler just runs and takes off with it, and that's good for about 20 yards there. And there's the end. No, it's not the end.
Well, yeah, because they reset the clock, and that is indeed the end of the third quarter.
Yep.
So we'll put our graphic up here. And the Sharks had a lead at halftime. It's shrunk a little bit. It went from 4 points to 2 points, but they are up 18-16. And with this stoppage, we want to give you a special announcement from the Sharks, and that is they are recruiting for the 2026 season. If you are interested in joining the Jersey Sharks, whether as a player, a coach, or a talented individual, a member of the media perhaps, Cam, me and you, apply here by scanning the QR code on your screen, and we'll leave that QR code up there. The Sharks are always looking to expand their team with quality coaches and players, and the Sharks, of course, play predominantly fall football here, and we'll see if they'll enter into the spring ranks. But I really like the summer-fall season, Cam, out of the semi-pro between spring and summer, only because there's such a nice off-season between now and when they start again in the spring, where the games matter a little bit more, you know what I mean?
100%.
In this time of year, because there is a longer off-season.
You're able to recuperate, get your team healthy again,
Right.
find those guys. Heck, I may scan the QR code. If these guys win a championship, I might be on a championship team next year, Dave.
All right, I like that. The ball is down. The ball was loose.
Titans.
And it's going to be Titans football. Wow. We're going to have to get another look at that.
And now the Titans do it again, and the Sharks. Oh, man.
Well,
let's take another look at it here.
Yeah, we will. I'm going to slow it
It'd be
down
huge if the Titans come away with it, and the Jersey Sharks offense turns it over again. Let's take another look.
And is this again on the exchange? Yes, it is.
Oh,
well, it looked like that exchange was a little bit better.
I think on that one, what I think it is, Dave.
We're gonna watch it again.
I'll take it here. We'll take it here. Another replay. Tyreek Smith in the backfield. Looking, it looked like the running back thought it was maybe a RPO, and he wasn't going to get the ball, but Smith was on a different page, and Smith thought he was handing that ball off. I think there's miscommunication there. And again, it's going to hurt the Sharks on the offensive side and defensive side. Now the Titans get the ball back again when the Sharks were threatening within 30 yards of the end zone.
And I'll tell you, that's the fifth time that there's been either a bobbled pitch or a fumble on the exchange. And, the Sharks have got away with a couple of them, but now a couple of giveaways as well. And they plow into the interior for a short gain of about 2 yards on the play. But, obviously we have a whole quarter to play here, Cam, but also the thing you have to start thinking about is, if you're the Titans, you have to try to make this hurt, right?
Yeah.
Because you just took points off the board for the Sharks who looked like they were going in, short field and all that.
You got to cash in at some point. We are now in the fourth quarter, Dave. Time is winding down. The chances that you will get are going to start, washing up. The Titans got to connect here on this one. At the very least, if they can do it and take a lot of this time off the clock, they're in good standard here. Sharks have 3 timeouts. Titans have 2.
Once again, they go up the middle, and they plow forward for a gain of about 2. Heavy hitting there, but again, the Titans just methodically getting those couple of yards, making it a third and manageable here.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Yeah, Titans going to talk this one over, see what play is best, because it's going to be interesting to see if they elect to play it 4 down territory here. They're still backed up pretty close to their own end zone, and they're not across that 50-yard line where they'd like to be to maybe play with that extra down. But we'll see here, big 3rd down here for the Titans and huge one for the Jersey Sharks defense.
Sharks up 18-16 here in the fourth quarter. 13 and a half minutes to go, plenty of time, but a big 3rd down here for the Titans. They've operated in small chunks throughout the game. Low snap, well fielded by Parton. Parton looked left, rethinks it, now looks on the sideline, extending incomplete. I believe he was out of bounds, and he was. That's a nice catch, but it was out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked like he got 1 foot in there possibly, but man.
Well, I think 1 foot is in bounds.
I thought so. That's why I thought maybe it might have been in there. I want to take a look at that, Dave, if we can. I thought he had 1 in. That's why I brought it up. But
we will, and we'll slow it down for
obviously
sure.
Our officials were right there. We're a little up here. We'll take it. Parton looking around, and he's looking in, and he's finds a guy.
And it was Miles extending to get up for this one. Let's see. Oh, 1 foot was down.
I thought he had it, man. Another missed call that goes against the Titans. I thought
Now,
I saw the 1 foot in, but
well, and again, did he complete it throughout
you got to make
landing
sure
in the
you
ground,
have
right?
That could be why it was out, but the referee did rule he was out, not that it was juggling around. But nonetheless, the Titans are now facing a 4th down and 6 here.
Yeah, after this play, we're going to show that again.
See if he had control.
Yeah, but we'll wait for after the punt here. Oh, bad snap. And the Sharks are going to blow it up. And the Sharks will get the ball back just outside the red zone. We'll have to capture that replay as well as another bad snap. But Cam, let's go back to that 3rd down play and see it again, slow down. And again, we don't know the official rule. I think it's 1 foot in bounds in the MLF. And shame on us for not knowing that. I should have done my homework, but he's in.
And that looks like he had control.
Yeah, and it looked like he did.
1 foot, if we're basing off of 1 foot, that should have been a catch, and that should have been good for a 1st down. If it's 2 feet in, he only had 1 foot in, but he definitely had control. Nonetheless, the Jersey Sharks are back where they were supposed to be before giving up another fumble. But now it's up to the Jersey Sharks to now cash in on their side and really put this game in and nail that nail in the coffin.
Getting you back to live action here after that botched punt attempt. The give is up the middle, and the Sharks will go straight ahead for a gain of 2 on 1st down.
And it's Stephen Jones Jr. getting himself back into the mix. We'll start seeing that Stephen Jones Jr. and Rob Jackson, playing off each other now. Hopefully, they keep their hands sticky, not connecting with any more fumbles.
That's the thing, really, is, the exchanges aside, the running game has been there. It's gotten forward. They really haven't been held to any losses in the run game in this game. It's really just been the exchanges. Yeah. They're lined up in that same look where they usually go out here in the flat to Butler. Let's see if they're just feigning that or if they go to it on 2nd down and 8. They do go in the flat. Once again, a Butler. Butler gets by 1, makes a move at the 20, inside the 15, and he is going to be very close to a 1st down. It looked like he might have gotten it if he got to the 12-yard line. Good series of moves, 1st down.
Looks like they're going just short.
But actually, well, the near side judge has it at the 12, and the 1st down marker is at the 12. And it is a 1st down.
They're moving it, yep. Now, I'll tell you, Tyreek Smith and Butler have gone on that play so many times tonight where it's just that nice check down. We'll take a look here. The easy check down over to Butler. And, man, he just finds his way dipping and dashing, finding a way inside, outside. And then he finds himself good for a 1st down. That has been the key play for this Jersey Sharks offense. Of course, minus the deep ball by Tyreek Smith, which has just been incredible to see.
Absolutely. 1st down and 10 from the 12. And I believe that was Jackson on the run. No, that was actually Hemingway, who went up the middle for not much, maybe a gain of 1.
Yeah, the Titans, for the most part of this game, have defended the run game almost outstandingly, really, considering Jones and Jackson, who are in the backfield, who are both averaging 8 to 10 yards a carry and 8 touchdowns cumulative throughout each other through this season.
Winner of this game will face either the Mustangs or the Spartans, who are playing in the other half of the semifinal. We do not have an update on that one. Next time we see Will here in the booth for the Sharks, we're going to pull him aside and ask him if he has an update on that game for us. Otherwise, we're rather sequestered and without our usual internet here, as it's serving as our hotspot. But we want to, I might have just jinxed it, but I want to knock on wood. Our Wi-Fi stream has been pretty good tonight as we're working off of our hotspot. 4 wide here. Movement, free play. The Sharks wanted to take it, intercepted. That was a gorgeous catch by
really
White,
was,
the defensive back, but it's coming back.
Sure is coming back, but man, let's get that guy back on offense. A.J. White making a nice catch.
Yeah, he just snagged that. Get another look at it slow down here.
It's good football between these two teams. Definitely offsides. Two guys on the defensive side blown up.
Yeah, he's like, I'll take that.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
But anyway, 5 free yards will make it a 2nd down and 4 now after the penalty. And that ball is spotted at the 6-yard line. So they'll need to get to the 2 for a 1st down. Sharks knocking on the door. The give underneath. No, it's Smith taking it off the option. Nothing there. He's blown up in the backfield. Probably one of the first losses on the play. A big loss of 3 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 7.
And I'll say, you know what? Maybe that's not the worst thing in the world, because we've seen the Sharks try to run that play a couple times where they have fumbled the ball or bobbled it or whatnot. But finally, we've seen with Jones and Tyreek Smith at least some communication about who's going to have the ball in the end after the snap. You know, obviously got blown up for about 3 yards there. We'll see as Tyreek Smith tried to run to the left side after the fake handoff to actually possibly Jones. I believe it was Jones. But that got blown up right away and read very well by the Titans defense.
It is Jones in the backfield with Smith on 3rd down and 7. Long count, trips on the right side. Fisher, the only one down deep. It's the middle of the field. The catch is made. Touchdown, Devin Hemingway. And the Sharks are up by 8.
And we see another almost diving catch there from Hemingway. A blitz of a throw, a bullet by Tyreek Smith, throwing it into the end zone. And that'll be good for more. Another 6 by Hemingway. Just an incredible touchdown. We'll take another look. Tyreek Smith handling the snap here. Jones in the backfield. We got him on the right side. Hemingway, we see him cut to the inside. He's through the middle, calling for the play, and it's a touchdown as he dives for it. And that's good for 6. Hemingway connects with Tyreek Smith for a touchdown, your Jersey Sharks.
And the Sharks are taking a timeout here. I apologize. They took a penalty at the end of that play, and the Titans have elected to take the penalty on the kickoff. So that's what happened there. And this is a huge 2-point conversion. And I'm actually surprised, Cam, that the Titans did not elect to back them up here instead.
Yeah.
Because if they score here, it's a 2-score game no matter what.
Biggest 4th down conversion of the night.
Back shoulder throw, incomplete. Nice job that time by White defensively. And the Sharks remain 0 for on the conversions, 0 for 4 now in the game. And their lead holds at 8 points.
Man, and you know, that is huge for the Titans. Obviously, Titans within 1-score game now. They've been perfect on the 2-point conversion as well. Now all they need is a touchdown, though, to go with it. But nonetheless, I mean, it's a different game. 0 for 4 in the 2-point conversions for the Sharks. They'd be up 2 touchdowns here. We had 2-point conversions.
Yep.
Just to kind of, you start to look at it now as we're easing into the end of the game. This would be a near, quote-unquote, blowout with the 2-touchdown lead and, 16-point lead. Now it's a one-score game,
right.
And the Titans are threatening. This game is not over by any means. There is 8:57 left to play. It is the Titans' ball here. They need to find the momentum. They need to shut down this Sharks defense and offense, but really shut down this defense that has been so good tonight.
Yeah, now remember, the Sharks are kicking off from their own 20 after the 15-yard penalty and at the end of that touchdown. And, you know, with 8:57 to go, Cam, you have to think you're obviously going to get the ball back now, but maybe one other time in the game you might get the ball back, maybe 2 if you're extremely lucky and can get the Sharks off the field. So down by 8 points. Now, technically it's only 1 score, but if you don't get the 2-point conversion, it's a 2-score game. So, you know, not only do you have to score here if you're the Titans, but you're going to have to try and score quickly on this drive and try to get yourself back in this game, because an 8-point lead means a lot more if you can't make that 2-point conversion.
Yeah, exactly. And even if, we'll say best case scenario, Titans march down the field and they get the 2-point conversion, I mean, the gunslinger and Tyreek Smith, no matter their field position, we are certain that he could get down the field, you know, vying some blown coverages in the deep end of the field and some good run routes by his wide receivers. I mean, he could get down the field in 2 plays.
Yeah, 100%, especially when he has had time to throw, which he has had time in this game. No question.
His pass protection has been very nice.
Brian Kroski, it's a short kick, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 41-yard line. So if you take this penalty, I think they'll get it at the 50.
Yeah.
So let's see. I don't see any flags on the field. It's a procedural call where they can either elect to take it where it went out, but I think it's 30 yards from where they kick it. So they should get this ball back at the 50, if I'm not mistaken of the rule here. They're marking it at the 45, so that's where they say it went out of bounds.
Refs are conversing with each other.
Yep, they're well, depends where they put the ball down, but either way, the Titans are going to get the ball back with just under 9 minutes to go.
It's going into the 50.
And yep, it should go at the 50, and that's exactly where they're spotting it. So the Titans will get the ball with half the field to go. And
good field position for sure. This is another good chance where when they get on the enemy territory, they have played pretty well and pretty solid defense.
Yeah,
offense.
Coming off giving up a touchdown, this is not a bad way to start here right at midfield, as I think they're still trying to get this one right here. And it looks like Mike Stewart on the other side, head coach of the Titans, wants to talk this over, as he didn't like something that he saw, or
for good reason. You know, you're coming down to possibly your last drive or second to last if you're lucky. You want to make sure everything's right. 8:57 left to play. Sharks are up 24-16 here as we get set for the Titans' biggest drive of the night. They have 2 timeouts left, and the Sharks have all 3.
And this has developed into a very long delay, and now more folks from the Titans sideline are coming out onto the field to try and get a explanation of what's going on here right at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, if only we had somebody out there, Dave, right?
Yep.
Hear what's going on.
I played a little bit with the idea of miking up the officials for this game because I had the wireless mics, but I was like, that's a lot. That's a lot that could go wrong. Let's put it that way.
We might need a little more manpower to do that one, but definitely a good idea. Stay tuned in the future, PBS Sports Network.
Well, you know, we have to give a shout-out to the Jersey Sharks because technically this facility is not completed yet. So, you know, it's pretty barren in here. Not a lot of power running through the facility. You know, we've had to kind of make our own scores table here where we are. But the Jersey Sharks were able to get this building open for us and downstairs as well for the teams to change and stuff like that. Otherwise, it's not officially open yet, this press box area, but it is absolutely gorgeous here. Yeah. And when the weather is going to be nice, this is where I want to be every single week. So
I was going to say, I mean, pulling into here, I mean,
beautiful,
you see this huge warehouse where they're going to do a lot of stuff with it. Obviously unfinished, but the make and the model outside of it, I mean, it's awesome. Even where we're standing, I can imagine once this is finished, this scores booth and then the press box is awesome. Not to mention the field's gorgeous too.
Right.
Beautiful turf.
At some point, well, now they're spotting at the 45-yard line, so 25 yards past. And I'll tell you what, you know, if the Titans, if that was what all that delay was for, then good for them. They got an extra 5 yards out of this.
That 5 yards may be the deciding factor in a championship run.
So here we go. We're finally back to live action. 8:57 to go. The Titans, who are up by 4, are down by 8. After giving up 2 touchdowns in a row, they fight for minimal yardage on first down. Next to nothing there on the carry by number 16. Jason Carson. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, we'll see how these Titans throw it. I mean, I think they're going to have to start going to Punt. At some point, they're basically in 4-down territory now. I mean, you kind of got to go for it.
For sure.
You never know how this time's going to end. But you got 3 more downs left in this drive to get a first down. You got to keep moving these You got to move these markers, dude. At some point, this clock's going to keep winding down, and you don't want to get left in with 3 minutes left, and now you're struggling to make a play. And now we see a timeout.
And, yeah, the Titans have to call a timeout after that long timeout from before, and they're down to just 1 now in the game.
And like I was just saying, as we were saying, that the time will start to tick on you when you're getting 4th down and you're losing. You got to go quick. I mean, I know there's 8 minutes left, but you don't want to have to burn these timeouts. And now they have 2 timeouts burned in the second half, and you're left with 1. So now, even if you get this ball away and then make a stop on the Sharks, you're only working with maybe a minute or 2.
Right.
You know, if things go good, really.
And, Alex, if you could spin the camera around just to kind of see the press box here, and it'll give you a good look at what we do up here, and you could take a look at some of the things that we have going on. Go ahead, continue, Alex, and try to get our system here. So this is where we're set up, but you could see it's all open air here. And go ahead, Alex, go up a little bit more, but you could see all of the press area down this way. This is all for media. And you can see other gentlemen are using it, the public address announcing as well. But our operation here, and then this whole open area there. Alex isn't doing it a lot of justice, what we've got going on here, but you get the idea. Good job, Alex.
He's working with a cold hand, Dave. I only brought 1 glove.
He's like, this camera's not supposed to go 360 degrees.
No, but I can speak to it. I mean, huge press box, PA announcing space will be a very nice facility to call games in and play in and be here as a fan, really.
Yeah, when it's all said and done. Here we go now, 2nd down and 10. The fake, and now a flip pass to Coleman, and he lost his footing, and he ends up losing a yard total on the play. It'll be 3rd and long.
And he would have had a little bit of motion there to work with. He had some space there, but Coleman falls again, slipping on this turf.
Yeah, let's see that space that you're talking about here, Cam, on the replay. And it kind of looked like a busted play, I think, at first. I don't know if it was a designed quarterback run here or he's faking to nobody underneath. And, you're right. He would have had 5 yards. He would have easily gotten back to the line of scrimmage. But, it just kind of looked like a weird play.
Yeah, it looked like Parton came back. Then the pressure from the Sharks. I mean, he kind of had to roll out. It looked like Coleman was blocking, that he had to run off and make himself a receiver. Then it kind of got blown up, falling and slipping. But now this is going to be a huge play here, 3rd and 11.
Yeah, 3rd and a long 11, short 12 here, depending how you look at it. Yeah, it's a big one. As we approach the 7-minute mark left here in the 4th quarter. Titans are running out of time, and we have a flag down. As it might be an offside here, or
looks like the official is saying that the wide receiver on the right side, number 12, was set up in looks like a
false start.
Oh, false start. Okay. I didn't see him move.
No, neither did I.
I thought they were going to talk about formation, that he's over the line of scrimmage or something, but officials say otherwise. I didn't see any
and
movement.
This has been something, if the Titans go on and lose this game, this is going to be something that they're going to look back on. They're going to watch this tape, and they're going to say, we've had some really good, field position in this game. We've been set up inside Jersey territory, and it seems like every time they have been set up inside Sharks territory, Cam, they've either A, scored, or B, gone backwards.
Yeah.
It's never been something in between. Right. So, and this is another one of those examples where they've gone backwards so far. It's 3rd down and 16. They're going to need a chunk right here. Trips on the near side. 5 wide receivers total here. Nobody in the backfield with Parton. Pressure comes with 4. Parton has a lot of time. Steps up in the pocket. Middle of the field. Catches incomplete. It was unable to be made. As the mist comes back here. And you wonder if the slick ball had something to do with it, but that is one that has to be caught.
Man, and that would have brought him right back into nearly a 1st down, if not a 1st down. Parton did everything he could, found his receiver over the middle of the field, and just couldn't come down with it. We'll take another look here. Also, we see our left guard there, possible hold there. I mean, pancaked him, but it looks like he's still holding him a little bit. Parton steps up, he has his receiver, and just bobbled up.
That would have been a first, too.
Possibly a little out of reach. Good throw, though, and that's got to be caught, especially, with the circumstances that they're at with 6:28 left to play, being down a score. Man, if you are a Titans fan, that is a big sigh right there.
Yeah, that's a killer right there. And remember, the last time they lined up to punt, it was a bad snap, and the Sharks blew it up, and they ended up starting the drive at the Titans' 22-yard line, ended up scoring the touchdown to make it an 8-point game. And at this point, if you're the Titans, you must hold the Sharks here. I don't think if the Sharks score again, the Titans will have much of a shot. High snap this time, and it's kicked straight up in the air as the pressure was coming. The Sharks need to get out of the way. They do, and it's going to be down inside the 30-yard line at about the 27-28.
All things considered, not the worst.
Not the worst. Not the worst at all.
But they're going to have to hold off against this Jersey Sharks offense, which it'll be interesting to see how Tyreek Smith plays this. Are they going to try to run out the clock here? Are they going to utilize Jones and Jackson in the backfield and just run it and try to rely on the fact that these guys can run, and they have done it. They've been shut down tonight a lot. We see Jones, he had a touchdown, but that was a 5-yard drive when they were within 5 yards.
Yeah.
But regardless, I think they kind of just have to rely on Jones and Jackson in the backfield and run out that clock to secure this win, and hopefully that they just move these check markers and get first down at the first down, because the Titans only have one timeout. That's a killer in the end. But if the Titans can fend off these Sharks and come back with this ball with about 3 or 2 minutes, they'll be in good position to at least give themselves an opportunity to get down the field and score. Matter of fact, if they could get a turnover on downs and the Jersey Sharks, commit another error, they could be in a really good spot here.
And so we'll see what the Sharks do. They line up in the pistol here on first down. Up top, they have 3 wide receivers, a little bit of movement early, and Smith shovels it to Jackson. Jackson was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's about it. It'll be 2nd down and 10, but the good part about that play was that it keeps the clock moving at the very least. If that was incomplete, it would have stopped the clock, but that was some good penetration right away from the Titans.
Yeah, it sure was. I saw a little bit of movement from the Jersey Sharks old lineman on the left side, but that's almost Eagle-esque, a guy like Lane Johnson in the NFL who kind of jumps right as the ball snapped. You can kind of see just perfectly timed, really. It's one of those toss-up plays. Are you going to get the offside? Are you going to get the false start? But in that case, they kept the clock running, and that's what they needed to do at the very least.
Right, so it takes half a minute off the clock as the rain starts to come down again here. It's a light misting rain, but it is coming straight down onto the field. 2nd down and 10 for the Sharks. 5:10 remaining now in regulation. Smith is going to go back to pass, has a lane, and he is going to take off with it. He's got the 35, gains the 40, first down and out of bounds, just outside the 45-yard line, or just inside the 45, I should say.
Yep, that is a first down, stops the clock, so at least that's what the Titans got going for them. They've submitted into the first down, but the clock did stop. 5 minutes remain as the Sharks move the check markers yet again for a Jersey Sharks first down.
Yeah, smart decision, too, by Smith, because you don't need to force the issue down the field. If you don't have your first read here, your second read, and you have this much room in front of you, even if this was only a 5 or 6 yard gain, that's a perfect thing to do.
Yeah, it's a good job by Rob Jackson running up the field with Tyreek Smith to give him that extra block to get him that first down.
Time is of the essence now. The Titans with 2 opponents. There's scoreboard and the time. And the Sharks have the ball in hand. They will run it with Jackson. Jackson up the middle. Second effort. Pulls ahead past the first down marker. Clock continues to run. First down, Sharks.
Just as I said, an intelligent manner by the Sharks utilizing Jones and Jackson. There goes Jackson. That's the Jackson we're used to seeing. That 9.8 yards per carry. 4 touchdowns of the season. We'll see. Just right in. Handoff right through the middle. And Jackson powers himself to his first down.
Yeah, and what I like most about that, too, Cam, is that it's nothing fancy, right? There's no pitch. There's no shovel pass. It's just a simple handoff right up the middle, a gap, and it gets you 12 yards on the play.
That's all it's got to be when you just need to eat off that clock and get a first down.
Speaking of eating clock, we're approaching the 4-minute mark here. And there's a shovel to Butler. Butler trying to gain the edge, has to stay in bounds and does not as he stepped out of bounds. A gain of about 3 on the play, and it will stop the clock.
Yeah, Butler getting in on the mix. Little pitch to him, I guess you could say, up in the air, but found himself out of bounds. He really don't want to do that, but caught himself a nice 3-yard gain.
Yeah, has to be conscious of where that, out of bounds marker is, has to cut it back inside and keep the clock moving. Right. But the Sharks are still in full control here. 2nd down and 7, 4:05 remaining in the game. And again, as Cam mentioned, the Titans can only stop the clock once. They've used 2 timeouts, one in the 3rd quarter, one here in the 4th.
And you think if they get a stop here, they might be using the timeout right here and hope for a good 3rd down, 4th down, but it'll be interesting. You need to stop first before you make that decision.
3 wide receivers here down low, stepping across but getting back where the Titans, and taken down hard for a minimal loss that time is Jones. And I think the Titans have elected to stop the clock for the final time. Are we going to get an official signal on why the clock is stopping? Yes, okay.
Timeout,
So
Titans.
it is a timeout for the Titans, and it'll be about a 3rd and 10 when we come back after the loss.
Yeah, Titans use their 3rd and final timeout. They're going to be probably 3rd and about 10, 3rd and 9.
Yeah, 3rd and 9, I think.
3rd and 9, and they're going to need this stop. If they get this stop, they're going to have about 3 minutes left, assuming, they go for that 4th down and don't connect. But nonetheless, huge play here on this 3rd and 9 here for the Titans.
Yeah, they've put a few seconds back up on the clock, and the rain is coming down a little bit harder now here in Edison. But 3:53 to go. The Titans cannot stop the clock any longer. We know that. And the Jersey Sharks are about 9 yards away from a 1st down, and if they're able to get it, they can pretty much wind the clock down easily to the 2-minute warning, and then from there just kind of grind it out.
Yeah, it's almost like if they get this 1st down here, Titans barring no timeouts left, it's almost solidifying the game, assuming there's no more turnovers from the Sharks, which we have seen they have struggled with so far tonight. Both teams have, but really with the run game, that's what we're seeing the Sharks utilize a lot right now is the run game. They got to hone in on that and make sure their hands are sticky, get some tar on it or something to not fumble this ball.
And another interesting call will come after this play on whether or not they would go for it on 4th down as well, or would they like to punt and hammer the Titans in deep. It's officially a 3rd down and 10 coming up. We've changed that on our scoreboard, 3:53 to go. A lot of options here if you're the Sharks. You want to keep the clock moving, you'll keep it on the ground, or look in the flat to Butler. That's been a play they've used many times here. They're set up for that play again here, Cam. Something to keep our eye on. And then you have the single coverage at the top of your screen. They got him to move. Free play for the Sharks. They go towards the sideline and undercutting the route, making the play. Saru is in. Touchdown, Sharks on the free play.
And Shamar Saru gets his 2nd touchdown of the game. And it comes off of a free play. The Titans jumped off sides. And there goes Shamar Saru getting down the field. And Tyreek Smith finds him wide open for a Jersey Sharks touchdown. Let's take another look at it. We see that defense, 2 guys jumping offside. Tyreek Smith knows he's got a free play, and Shamar pulls off the defender, and he finds himself walking into the end zone like he's Deshaun Jackson.
Absolutely, and probably now it is an insurmountable mountain to climb here. Down by 14, the Titans. The Sharks are going to try and get this one to 16 points with this 2-point conversion. But 3:45 remaining. It is now a 2-score game.
And we've seen that arm time and time again. Tyreek Smith, that guy can throw it.
The give underneath to Jones. He piles forward, lost the ball, and it is no good. They're going to say Jones was down before he crossed, and the score remains 30-16.
So they go 0-5 on the 2-point conversion tonight, but man, we've seen some throws from Tyreek Smith tonight. Just an outstanding job, and not to mention, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Fisher, who had an incredible catch, and now Saru, 2 huge, long, deep catches. I mean, my goodness, Saru coming down with some huge touchdowns today, and Fisher with the Superman grab in the end zone earlier.
Yeah, that was probably our play of the game, that touchdown. That was the 2-point conversion.
I thought he might have gotten
Yeah,
in,
it was like a 50-50 there, but backing up to the touchdown you're referring to here, Cam, this play by Saru that might have put the dagger in it. It came on a free play. And
Sorrell found himself pulled off a defender who didn't see that he held up, and Sorrell walked into the end zone. Touchdown, Jersey Sharks, 30-16, 0-5 on the 2-point conversion, but now you can almost say with 0 timeouts left for the Titans, that was the nail in the coffin, Dave.
And let's not forget, the Titans were up 16-12 in this second half, where they scored on a touchdown drive of just 2 yards. The Sharks looked like they were, just down and out. They had a big turnover inside their own 5. The Titans turned it into points. But since then, it's been all Sharks. 3 touchdowns in the third and fourth quarters have made it a 30-16 game. And the Sharks are in full control and are 3:45 away from punching their ticket to an MLF championship. We don't have any details on the championship as far as the opponent, where and when, what time that game will be. But if we do have that information before we go off the air, we'll get it to you.
It's going to be the Jersey Sharks kicking it off here to the Moco Titans. Titans going to have to go quick here. Going to need a nice return. They're going to have to find themselves in the end zone quick if they even want a chance here. Kickoff is in, and it's going to be the Titans were getting the ball here, running now at the 30 as they run out to the outside. Back spins back around down to the 35, through to the 40, and he's still going. The Titans are going. He gets a block, and he finds himself down to the 45. And a great kickoff return there by the Titans as they get into enemy territory after the kick return. Hold on now. The Titans aren't out of it yet. If they can get a quick touchdown here, having no timeouts definitely does hurt them. But all you need is the first touchdown. And the Jersey Sharks trying not to get into trouble, but they're in the Titans scuffle there again. I don't know how that's not a flag again, but a lot of taunting, a lot of talk, a lot of chatter. The Jersey Sharks, that's something you do not need to do right now. Take another look at this.
Yeah, just about midway through that play and the second effort that was made, and a great job by White, and almost just like a whisker away from this game turning again.
That would have been incredible.
Unbelievable. But this is deja vu. The Titans take over at the 45-yard line again. And what did we say? When they have started in Sharks field position, they have either scored or gone backwards. That's been the theme of this game for the Titans. And with the 3:33 to go, they're going to have to score twice. And without the benefits of a timeout. So obviously it's
they had the 2-minute warning.
Right.
That helps a little bit, but you got to score quick.
And that's the thing. I think they need to score before the 2-minute warning, and obviously the onside kick they're going to need, but it's going to be tough.
A lot of factors, but it starts with the first touchdown. If you can get the first, then we can start talking about what needs to happen.
Now, some news, Cam, that I could share. The MLF final is going to be played in Baltimore next week. It'll be on Saturday the 22nd. We do not have a start time for that game yet, but it will be played in Baltimore, and we'll await the winner of this game and, of course, the other game that's going on between the Mustangs and Spartans. I have info on that game coming up after this play. 5 wide. Parton in the middle, and that one's overthrown and incomplete. Got to change our down and distance as well here. But what we've learned, Cam, is that the other semifinal game, there was a suspension of that game due to a lighting issue. Not a lightning issue, a lighting issue at the field. And they're going to pick up play in that game another day. So maybe tomorrow.
Did the game start?
It did. We don't know who was winning, however. And we don't know where in the game that was. So I know that's not a lot of information. But if you're looking for us to give you a final of the Mustang-Spartans game, we don't have it. And that game will not go final tonight. They're going to have to pick up at some point in that game where they've left off. Here we still have a game to settle with 3:29 to go. 2nd down and 10 for the Titans. They're down by 2 scores. 5 wide on the field. We'll see if the Sharks elect to bring pressure. They bring 4. And in the flat and flattened out. That ball is loose. However, down on the ground were the Titans. A loss of 10 on the play almost. They're going to name it a loss of 7. But, man, what a play.
I just don't know if that's the play to make when you're down 2 touchdowns and you got to figure it out. I mean, going for a check down behind the line of scrimmage when you need to score is, it kind of gets a little rough there, especially how well this Jersey Sharks defense has been playing. But now it's even harder now, and this time clocking down, and Titans not too much sense of urgency. Parton trying to get his team rallied up, getting the guys on the line, and wide receivers got 3 out on the right side and 2 out on the left. 5 wide receivers. Parton's got to find a guy down the field and get a first down here right away.
What do we say, Cam? They either score or go backwards, and they've gone backwards again. This time that one is plucked out of the air. Nice job in the open field to get it up to about the 40-yard line by White.
Yeah, A.J. White has had a nice game today, and the Titans are going to have to keep going quick. I mean, a little quicker than this almost, if they want a chance here.
Yeah, they gained 12 on the play. It'll be 4th down and 5 coming up.
It's the size of the game here.
Yeah, this is it. 4th down and 5 with 2:12 remaining.
We'll see if he tries to get him to jump.
Yeah,
they might just try to let it go to a 2-minute warning, but I feel like you got to make a play.
Yep. They do get the snap off, middle of the field, 1st down, and that'll be the 2-minute warning. And all things considered, that's a nice job by the Titans on 3rd and 17 to turn that into a 1st down with 1:56 to go.
Yeah, that's a nice play. You're keeping the game rolling, but it's going to be hard. I mean, you got to get a touchdown within 2 plays here, Dave, to give yourself a chance. And then you got to get the onside kick, and then you got to go another 45 yards. I mean, it'll just be an interesting one to see here. But I'd like to see the fact that the Titans aren't giving up here. Parton is going around with this defense, sticking true to the plan. We see him throw across the middle again, and that's wide open in for a 1st down.
And we have to, we're going to go into our chat, and we got to thank Joe Marinucci in the chat for giving us the update on the other semifinal. I don't know if Joe posted that before I mentioned what I did or after, but that game was 6-6 in the 4th quarter, Cam, late, and they're going to have to pick up that game in the 4th quarter. The league will have to decide at what point they're going to redo that game. But the lights went off in the 4th quarter that game, and that's the reason why that game ends technically for now 6-6, but suspended, and they'll pick it up. And so whoever wins this game is going to have to await a winner of the other game. Meanwhile, here, 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line, the Titans still clinging to life. 1:56 to go. They'll need to score twice. Parton getting blitzed on and taken down hard at the 45-yard line. A great job that time. Another great open field play by Amir Amos. And they go backwards once more.
Yeah, Amos took him down almost immediately, bull rushing through the offensive line. The offensive line of the Titans arguing with the head official, trying to look for anything, trying to help his guys out and stick up for his team. The official's not going with it. And this time's clocking down while you're arguing with the official.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. The clock is still moving here with 1:20 to go.
The Jersey Sharks will take it, but this clock and game is certainly winding down, and it almost looks like they're going to go for it, but I mean,
2nd and 19.
At what cost? We are almost down into seconds left of this game.
Yeah, and they're running out of play clock as well if they're keeping that, because that last play was run with 1:56, and now we got a full minute gone by before play number 2. Middle of the field. Almost caught with one hand by White. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, White, I'd be remiss to say if I didn't say he had a good game. He's had an incredible game, both sides of the field today on some occasions. Good job in Parton as well, but as this clock winds down, 1:04 left to play. Sharks are up 30-16. Titans have 0 timeouts left. This game is almost certainly done here.
Yep, so down to one last gasp, and wouldn't be surprised if the Titans on this play just decide to throw one in the end zone here.
May as well.
Understanding they need 2 scores, or if they take the requisite 19 and then spike it and then try for a couple of plays in the end zone, and then a last gasp effort at an onside. But they were up by 4 in this half, mid stages of the 3rd quarter, and then the game turned. Good time this time. Now under pressure, they look underneath, incomplete, and it'll be a 4th down and 19 coming up.
Yeah, near one-handed catch again, number 19 for the Titans this time, but Now we're definitely going to see that Hail Mary heave for any last gasp, any last fight left in the Titans. We'll see here if they can get a Hail Mary or at least get a first down. I'm going to say that,
it's fourth down. They should get it.
4th and 19. Going to be a long one. We saw him go go 17 yards for a first down.
On the other side, yeah.
We'll see how it ends this game, but hey, it's not over till the fat lady sings, as they say, Dave.
And
you
remember
don't count anything out.
Remember that final play of the first half too. Remember that toss in the end zone that the Sharks were able to intercept. How big of a play that was. This looks pretty similar.
Just about. We know he has the arm to do it. Does he have an arm to at least get a first down?
They have to get to the 23-yard line for a first down. Under pressure and gobbled up and sacked. And if you're going to end the game, you might as well do it that way. Kyle Hunter was the one to do the honors on the opposite end of the field. And it will turn the ball over on downs for the Titans. And with 56 seconds to go, the Sharks will take over. No timeouts remaining for the Titans. And it looks like the Sharks have punched their ticket to an MLF championship next week.
What an incredible job by the Jersey Sharks in this game alike. It was a really close game. The whole entirety of this game, really, until about 8 minutes left of this fourth quarter. Just two powerhouse teams, really, and the Jersey Sharks proving why they are just that much over the hedge. And if we take a look here, Dave, I just want to mention it. Before this game started, the Sharks only allowed 40 points all season. If we take a look at the Titans, they gave about 45% of what the Sharks have given up all season. So for what this defense is for the Sharks, the Titans put up a very good, solid fight here. Even though you want to look at it this way, the Sharks had a couple miscues on the offensive side, turning over the ball. But nonetheless, they overcame that, and they take down this game at least 30-16 tonight, Dave.
Yeah, well, really, with the exception of the Eagles on opening day, the Titans the only other team to score double digits against this Sharks team, and they've done it twice now this season, yeah.
And victory formation for the Sharks.
We don't see this a lot in semi-pro football, but the Sharks doing the right thing here. What they need to do, I think that's Zorino in at quarterback now, who will take the knee. Great to see Tom getting into the game, who joined us during pregame, who we had on at halftime. And they'll have to run one more requisite play before this one goes final. But the Jersey Sharks, in their first turn in the MLF, have kept their perfect season in tow. Now they lift the football, and this one is indeed over. So the Jersey Sharks, down 16-12 in the third quarter, come all the way back and hand the Titans a 30-16 win, and the Sharks are moving on to the championship.
What an incredible season so far for the Sharks. And now they get to go for eternal glory in the MLF championship. They'll await their winner after tomorrow's, suspended game that got suspended tonight. They'll await the winner in their eventual matchup, who they will play in Baltimore. But nonetheless, an incredible job tonight by the Jersey Sharks. I'd be remiss to say if the Titans didn't play a hell of a game, because they did.
Yeah, they sure did. And the Jersey Sharks, however, you got to give them a lot of credit, Cam. They gave up 16 points, but those were on two really short fields, one at the 26-yard line, one at the 2. Other than that, their defense played really stout in this game, and when they needed stops, they got stops, and that's what counts. They got a couple of turnovers as well. They blocked a punt or blew up a punt. So all three phases, offense, defense, special teams, they all come through in a game like this. And, considering they haven't played in a couple of weeks, because they were off last week for the first round of the playoffs, it's nice to come back 2 weeks later, get yourself a nice, polished postseason victory, and now they have to travel down south a little bit and try and win one on the road in Baltimore.
Yeah, Tyreek Smith had an incredible game all night. He will be a force to be reckoned with in the championship no matter who he plays. He showcased just about everything tonight. Running left and right, checkdowns to Butler. Then you have the big plays. Sorrell, who caught 2 huge touchdowns, 40-yard plus touchdowns. Then you take a look at Fisher, who made the Superman catch in the end zone. I mean, just an incredible job by those three gentlemen. Really for you, Adam Butler. And then the backfield, Stephen Jones and Rob Jackson. Little tough time in the first half trying to break through the Titans defense, but man, they overcame that in the end. Stephen Jones receiving a touchdown in the first half, and then Rob Jackson, powering himself through the middle of the zone at the end of the game there to continue to wind down this clock. Just an incredible job. Team alike. I mean, the offense was powerful, but like you said, I mean, minus the miscues and the good field position that they let up for the Titans to take advantage of, it was a near perfect game for the Sharks.
Absolutely. Well, this is our final Jersey Sharks game of the season. We were able to cover 4 of them, I think, in total. It was a lot of fun. We have to really thank Will and Lou and Jose and all the great people at the Jersey Sharks organization. I say it all the time. In semi-pro cam, you have teams, and then you have programs, and then you have organizations. The Sharks are an organization. They do it right. They have some great talent down there on the field, real courteous guys down there, make us feel welcome. And we want to thank everybody in the Jersey Sharks organization for hooking us up. We wish them all the best in the MLF Championship next week. And that's where they will be. Next Saturday, the 22nd of November, they will be traveling down to Baltimore to take on either the Mustangs or the Spartans. That semifinal yet to be determined. For all of us at PDF Sports Network, our camera operator, Alex Paramithis, for Cameron Williams, my partner here on the call, my name is David Pizzuto, wishing you a great rest of the evening, a great rest of the weekend, and be sure to tune in to pdfsportsnet.com for other exciting things that we may be doing, and of course on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. We hope you'll follow us there and follow our travels. We'll have plenty of stuff coming at you for the rest of the winter and into the spring. Good night, everyone. Once again, your final score, Jersey Sharks 30, the Moco Titans 16. This has been Jersey Sharks football and coverage of the MLF playoff only on the PDF Sports Network. Good night, everyone.